check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. 1, 2, check.
Good evening, everyone, and bear with us just for a minute. As soon as Stacy gives us the go-ahead, we're going to go ahead and get started. I think she's given us the go-ahead, so we're not terribly late. It's 10 after 5. Got quite a crew over here lined up. Thanks for your patience with us. Thanks for your patience with me. I've been down on my back all week, so today's the first day I've been on my feet. If I haven't texted you back, it's just because I've been in bed. So text me. I'm hoping get some rest tonight and be real good to go tomorrow. But we've got a great crew of people here, mostly to my sides, but utilize them as well. Doing the best I can here. So we're going to go ahead and start the preview. Go ahead, guys, and bring them on in. A few new things this sale, and again, I apologize for my voice. I just kind of down and out, but we've got probably the most exciting set of pigs we've ever had. We've got a lot of money invested in semen, and it's really paid off very, very well for us. There's a new concept for our farm sales here in the spring. We've got 7 gilts in the sale that'll be offered as leases, and so. The gilts that are offered lots 6 through 9 are littermate sisters. We're going to go ahead and sell one of those. The high bidder will get the choice, and then we're going to keep the other 3. And then we'll sell them as leases. And so those 3 will be auctioned off at the same time as lots 27 through 30. We'll just put them all in the ring, and the high bidder can take their choice of whichever of those 7 gilts they'd like to lease, and then we'll just go ahead and do that till we're out of lease gilts out of those 7. So honestly, the fairest way for us to do that for our customers. We have so many people that are good to us, that do a great job showing lease gilts in the Northwest. We just want to make a fair way for everybody to have a chance at them, and open it up as well to the Midwest and other parts of the world too. What else, Dustin?
Very good set of pigs we're going to show you guys tonight. We're very excited about them. I've been looking at them all week. When I showed up Monday morning, they all looked extremely good, and they've been getting better. Those show pigs that are in the sale, and along with the ones in the back barn as well. The set of keeper gilts that Russ put into lease is extremely good. Top tier set of gilts as well. Definitely for a few boar buyers tuning in, there's some boar prospects in this sale as well. Definitely a good crop of pigs, a large variety of boars incorporated in this group, a few inside boars and a bunch of outside boars, purebreds, chesters, land races, Durocs, Yorks, and then a 1 litter of crossbred Chester land races. Pretty dang good group of them there. Some of these sires are sired by like Magic Box there at Upper Hand and 86 and Pathfinder and Promotion. A few of the 333 boars, Stay Strapped, Clarity and Logic, as well with a handful of layered boars, one for sure being On the Prowl, and some of those purebred boars as well. In-house studs being Different League 112-1, Different League 26. Loud and Clear as well. Loud and Clear's been on a tear. There's 1 or 2 litters of those pigs in this sale. So a good group of them. We're excited to show them to you. As soon as they get ready to come in the ring, we'll gladly welcome them.
As the preview begins, those of you guys here, if you don't mind sharing it on Facebook, that's very helpful to us as well. These first three are lots 95, 96, and 97. They're obviously purebred Duroc gilts. They're sired by Ride the Wave at Purple Power. And they're out of a really good Stewart Foundation female that we've got. We've kind of just started back our Durocs. And we started with 4 females from Stewart, and all been very good, but truthfully 2 of them have been a little better than the others. And this one, the dam of these is one of the better of the 2 that actually Mark's grandson Jace showed 2 years ago at CYE. So again, they're 95, 96, 97. I thought that Ride the Wave was just about as good of a red boar as I saw last summer. This litter's been really good. But one thing to note, this 96 that Layla's got there, which is I'm not sure what it shows on the video, but the girl with the holes in her pants has got 96. There's a little belly bump on that pig. I'm not sure if it's I don't know that it's a hernia. It might not need any kind of attention, but that's something you just keep in mind there. Might need to be addressed someday. It may not be an issue at all. It's pretty small. So just FYI there that she sells as is. And then for those of you viewing there, that 95 is the one Jax is on. That's kind of the taller, lighter skinned one. And then 97 over there is kind of on the far side that Alea with the Nike Dunks on's got there. So
a whale of Duroc gilts here, and then honestly, a litter as a whole, there's a pile of these in the sale and also out back, and sorting through them this week. There's a lot of quality within this litter. I really like these red gilts. As Russ mentioned, the belly bump gilt 96. I won't hide it. She is my favorite Duroc gilt in the sale. I love the way she proportions from the side, look up front, chest width, and the way she uses her hind leg. I feel at this stage a red gilt needs to look like that to be big time in the end. Nothing to take away from her 2 other sisters. They're different in their kind. They're taller, longer, a little greener in terms of maturity and muscle today, but definitely some gilts that are built right and correct and good balance and eye-appealing kind of females that I think can get along for you folks down on the way. People looking for June Fairs, Expo, definitely not out of the question for these red gilts to get to California State Fair, those state fairs in July. Especially the smaller 196 to get to CYE, I don't think is out of the question as well. Who knows when you put one of these 2 bigger gilts on feed if they'll make 1st August as well. But definitely worth the try here to feed on these red gilts. Again, these are 95, 96, and 97.
these next 2 in are 91, 92 York gilts. Pretty proud of these. We're finally getting to a point where we can offer some elite York gilts, and you know, as we build our York program, and we thought this litter was probably as good as what we've had here in the last few years. Again, they're Yorkshire females. Their sire is Hit 'em Up back on Warden Sow. We bought 3 Warden Sows from DJ Sanders 2 years ago. Wound up being very, very good female purchases. We're kind of trying to build them around them a little bit. And then that Hit 'em Up sire there is at Purple Power, and just seem to work very, very well. Little different in their type and kind. The 92 is, I guess I shouldn't say that. I think they're the same in their type and kind. 92 is just a little bigger. 91's probably just a little sharper. So, you know, study them at the ground. I think they're extremely good in terms of their strength of their pasterns. You know, just squareness coming and going, designed from the side, and just how sharp they are up front. You know, we haven't been a source for a lot of purebred, especially Yorks, but for like Expo and Louisville type age stuff. But for those in the Midwest looking, we'd sure encourage you to check in on these. We think they get along really well. And, of course, the purebred gilt shows, at the Northwest Jackpots and of course, at the, CYE and State Fair and stuff we have out here in California. These are going to be a big chance to get a purple banner, I think.
The York gilts and this litter as a whole is very fun. York barrel we'll show you a little later too, and these two gilts and a few others I found pillaging around. But I'm very fond of these two Yorkshire gilts. There's one that's a little bigger today in terms of just her outline. She's a touch heavier muscled, I say, than the smaller, greener one. That'd be 92. She's just a little bigger today. I think you kind of get that one home and relax her a bit and chill her down, and I think you're going to be quite set. And to the opposite to be said for 91. She's greener today in her muscle, greener in her maturity pattern. She is a little smaller stature today. I do think that in the end they'll both be the same size and real good. Those two gilts have been awfully fun to search and sort through. I got here Monday and went through the barn Monday morning, and I found the big one. And the more I went through and sorted through them and looked them out, I really got to enjoying the look of that 91. I do think both of those gilts offer some quality, high value Yorkshire females. And to reiterate back on the female side, I was here when we bought those Yorkshire gilts and put them in the show barn that summer and fed on them. Seen their first litters last year and what they've been able to do, what they've been able to produce. Really high on those Warden females that came from DJ Sanders. Again, these are lots 91 and 92 Yorkshire gilts.
Uh, 93 and 94 coming in here. 93 would be the York gilt, and then 94 is the landrace, obviously. So 93, kind of a neat story. The special York barrow that Palin Miller showed last year that was reserve grand at Arizona Nationals, and truly the best York barrow that's probably maybe ever been shown, but just a phenomenal animal. We had a chance to get his sister. And so at any rate, her name's Polly. Took us a little while to get Polly bred, but Polly's first litter here, bred her to hit him up. And, obviously same time we bred that other litter. And this would be the best gilt out of Polly. Kind of a neat deal there. She really is fluffed up and good ribbed and looks very good compared to those other gilts here tonight as well. So check her out. And then the landrace gilt, lot 94, is sired by Wildcat 124. Very impressive gilt as well. We're not offering a ton of landraces this time. I think this is our only pure landrace gilt in the offering, and I think we have one landrace male. But both of them that we're selling, we believe can win at the highest levels. So this Wildcat 124 hadn't seen a lot of use. His first mature sized pigs will hit the ring at Denver, and we're seeing hearing some very good reports. So that's looking to be a bright future there. That one's billed, and just the way she's designed from the side, looks like she's gonna have a good chance to get you a banner no matter where you want to show.
Yorkshire gilt 93, there's no question that barrow Palin had last year was incredible, and the fact Russ was able to tie into a female out of that litter and get her back in the herd is awesome. We just rebred her here a month ago, and looking at her at a sow lot a month later, she's gorgeous to look at, and we lost our lights here, folks. The 93 gilt, though, her mother is gorgeous to look at. Has a lot of things that remind you of that mate barrow that wins. That gilt's extremely good in her look up front and her chest coming at you. Really shapely kind of York gilt. Expo people or something wanting to go to State Fair need to tie into 93 there. The landrace program here has been extremely good. About 5 years ago, I could care to look at a landrace, and after my time here spent being around by some of the very best landrace females and boars to come in the country the last few years, I've safe to say Russ has rubbed off on me on being a landrace enthusiast, and the way he's worked his program is extremely good. I'm very fond of this landrace gilt 94 for a landrace that's that flexible and pliable off both ends of her skeleton and still being that good looking and shape up high is real good. I really like that landrace female. Her mate brother, we're going to run you here after a bit, it is awfully impressive as well. This is York gilt 93 and landrace gilt 94.
Yeah, and as they exit, sorry I'm a little off my game tonight, the landrace is out of the, you can let them out, the landrace is out of the champion landrace gilt at NJSA last year. It was shown by Amaya Slay. '89 and '90 coming in now, and they would be littermate gilts, started by Stay Strapped, back on Foresight 90-6. Foresight 90-6 is a very important sow to us. She's actually the grand dam of Different League 61, who's been one of our most popular new sires, and we don't even have pigs out of him yet. But oh well, for sale that is. We have pigs, but a lot of people have pigs. But that thing's going to be very, very good. This mama that they're out of, she's a little older, like I say, Foresight 90-6, but she never misses. And again, sire here, Stay Strapped. That's at the 333. There's an impressive mate barrow to these two as well. Study their skeletons and the way they're built, and choose the one you like. But we think both of these have a very, very bright future. Again, they are 89 and 90, and 89 would be the kind of more belted one, and then 90 would kind of be the more painted one there that Palin's got there with the white tail. So 90's got a white tail, and 89's the more belt.
About a month ago, I was watching the preview, and I think it's quite honest to say, I think I have one of the first litters of DL61s at my house, and to go back, this 90-6 sow would be the mom to or the grandmother to DL61, and I did some pedigree searching, and I wrote out the top side of DL61's pedigree and the bottom side, and the amount of just line-bred goodness in 90-6 that she exemplifies with the bottom side of her pedigree as well, lined up Best Man and Monster Square. There's so many shots of that in there, not just from a show pig perspective on these gilts, but what they have to offer in the keeper gilt pen later on in life is extremely good. The Stay Strapped deal, I believe these are the first litters Russell's had out of that boar, and they're awfully impressive. The look up front's very, very good. They seem to be crisp in terms of their back shape and spread up high. I really like these gilts just from an easy feeding perspective. They're not messed up anywhere. Take them home, lay the bucket to them. I think these gilts offer a lot of value, as not just now as show gilts, but especially later on down the road, being their grandmother being the great Foresight 90-6.
So 22 and 70 should be coming in here now, and these are mate barrows. They're sired by Clarity, back on Game of Thrones, 148.4. So we use Clarity quite a bit. You'll see quite a few Clarity pigs throughout the set here. In our travels last summer, we kind of identified Clarity as one of the boars we just had to use that would bring the most change in the quickest amount of time. So if you don't know what he is, he's at 333, and he's a woke son, but just a different animal. And I'd say he's honestly done more than we expected for us. And one of the best part about it is that he doesn't make red pigs, and he makes almost all completely belted pigs. So it's been really, really nice. 70 is the one kind of the off belt there. 22 is the belted barrow there. You'll see a whole bunch more of these, but again, Mama here, Game of Thrones 148.4. She's just very, very good built, good bodied, good ribbed, extremely good skeleton sow. Just needs a little more extras. And Clarity kind of brings that pretty well. It's 22, the belted pig again that Layla's on there. just that kind of barrel, wherever he winds up, if he's at a county fair or at a state fair or jackpot show, I don't think that pig falls very far from the top. Just the way he's built, designed, colored. His mate brother there, a little bit greener bodied, but offers the same skeleton and same kind of extras as well there, that lot 70. So pretty excited about this pair and excited about more to show you here yet within this litter and several other of these Clarity litters.
A fun litter of pigs when you get to dipping into them. There's going to be a keeper gilt later that is just adorable to look at. She's really, really good. But both of these two pigs here, they offer a lot of good. Dug back and sorted through them today for quite a few hours with Russell, and then I found the 22 pig. I do like him quite a bit, and as Russ said, you want to take him to a county fair and be a hammer. You'll run him somewhere that's got a Hampshire division on a bigger stage. We feel that one fits the bill quite well. And nothing to take away from his black brother. He's just a little later in terms of maturity today, but he's still got a good crisp back rolling down him, and he's still attractive about his head and neck. I'm very excited to see the next group as well and what's to come in this preview with these Clarity and Logic sired pigs, and stay strapped for that matter, the boars Russell used from the 3-3s. But a really good group of them, a really good litter. There's going to be one more mate brother in the next group.
'71, '72 coming in here, and the little black pig there, I believe, is that '71. '71. He'd be a mate to the two we just talked about. So, again, be Clarity, Game of Thrones, 148.4, and he's the, he's the little brother, obviously, black sheep in the family. And I did tell you that Clarity didn't make a lot of black pigs, and then here comes a black pig, But you'll see a lot of belted pigs out of Clarity, and that's just been a breath of fresh air for us, no doubt. Obviously, greener and excuse me, greener to look at than his brothers. But you can see that pig's got a big hip and stifle in him, and he's got a sharp head, and he's very good and up on his toes. And he's a little hunched and cold right there, but gosh, that pig's probably can go to August and be really, really fun. Then this little red pig, 72, is a different league 48 out of 204-6 Last Dance. So different league 48 was kind of the sire of the sale, last sale or December sale. He's been probably the hardest used different league son, at least here at our place, within these last two sets of pigs. Does an extremely good job. This guy is just a very, very good pig, moderate, great built, square, good chested. His mom, Last Dance 204.6, had a litter in our October sale, online sale that were sired by Whiteout, and or no, it wasn't our October sale. I think it was our August sale. At any rate, they were the Whiteout litter, and they were the 206 Whiteouts, and they sold like crazy. I think it was probably our best selling litter of the fall. Very impressive mama that he's out of. Again, sire there, different league 48.
Difference here in terms of pedigree and of course color. The black pig, the 84 litter, 71, like we say, he's out of Clarity. We've seen his two mate brothers earlier. He's a little smaller than his siblings. Don't let that discourage you. I think Russ hit the nail on the head with that one. I think he definitely shows later in August. Pig that's really intriguing about his skull and the way he looks up front. I love the way he gets out and travels. Stout hipped and big stifled. Pig that's still square and sets right, tracking away in his own right. If you're a fan of black ones, I'd look into 71 there. Calico pig, DL48. I remember we pictured him as a little boar, and a little baby pig this size, and he was awfully fun to look at. And this pig, this Calico 72, he looks real similar to how that pig looked as a baby. His look up front, his head, his jawline, the way he uses his hip and hind leg, his upper cage is very good as well. This pig's the kind of pig you just put on feed and watch him blossom. Who knows? He might be ready to show come July. He might be ready come September. Calico pig like that, though, with a hip and hind leg that works that good and that true, and he's still good at his chest coming at you. Really good pig there. We like those two quite a bit, 71 and 72.
Lots 37 and 38 coming in now here, and these are different league 26 back on Endgame 4111. So 26, you'll see a lot of pigs out of here this sale. In my opinion, a lot of the better pigs. Different league 26 is and they're actually the first. This is the first set of them. He's a litter mate to Kendrick, who was Palin Miller's Barrow that dominated in the Northwest last season. So Kendrick won SOJC. He won Kootenai Classic, and he was reserve grand at PI. Was a phenomenal show barrel. Well, that it didn't end there. There was another sister. Palin also showed, was reserve grand at Kootenai in the Gilt Show. There was another sister in Kansas that the Anderson family showed. Goes like third overall Division II at the Illinois State Fair at the end of her career. And then, lo and behold, the best individual in the litter all the while has been this different League 26 boar. And who's the sire of these pigs. So, and then again, even to make it more fun on the pedigree side, the mom here would be different League 48's mom. So, pedigree, different League 26, which is, oh, my brain's not working. Which is different League to the extreme. Foresight. Dustin knows it better than me. Yeah.
Here's what he is, Sunshine Renegade.
Yep.
Black Attack.
Back on Endgame 4111, which is Endgame Out of Line Wedding Night. So very, very fun pedigree. Basically all our stuff, and study the skeletons on these two here. They're awesome built. You want to jackpot pigs, you want to sow, you want to go try to win, wherever you're going to go, if it's a market show or a jackpot show or where a breeding guilt show, these two will get it done for you. So pick your color, which one you like there, and have at it.
I think there's a lot to say and talk about when it comes to these two gilts. They're both kind of different in their type and kind. One's a notch taller at the point of her shoulder, a touch prettier in terms of her head, and she's also a little denser and coarser about her hair texture, but she's not as chunky today. I believe that's 38 that Alea has. Is that right, Alea? 38? Yeah, that calico spotted gilt. She's also very intriguing to look at. You get cat around her hip and hind legs, very good. She paints a really good picture from the side. I like that gilt pretty good. Just a lot of intangible pieces to tie into, and I think she's got an awful special spot, especially come a big gilt, August, September, who knows, maybe even Royal later on down the road. I think that gilt could look pretty fun. You get her fleshy and haired up, and you let the good Ottenwalter genetics there on both sides of the pedigree go to work. I think that one would be awfully fun. The 37 gilt, like I say, they're different. She's a little stouter in her head today, carries a little more width throughout her body, touch more muscle in her today, but still the same acceptable pieces of being flexible in her skeleton, big in terms of her chest. Like I said, again, a heavier muscle comes at you today with more shape and spread up high for a little pig, but the resale value on these gilts of being what they are, what their dad is, and being some of the first litters out of him, and what their mom is, and what her mom's one of her first litter. The Endgame 4111, when she made 48, that was her first or second litter, if I'm not mistaken, when she made that boar pig. So just think about that and the resale value these gilts have to offer after their show career. Lined up Ottenwalter top and bottom side. Both of these gilts, I think, stand a bright future in the show ring, but also have a high resale after the show ring. Again, these are 37 and 38.
27 and 39 coming in here, and so I talked a little bit about it. If you're on the preview, you probably didn't hear it, but we're going to offer a few lease gilt opportunities here this sale. In fact, 7. And one of those opportunities is lot 27, which is the belted gilt here in the ring. Both the gilts in the ring are litter mates here. We're going to obviously sell ownership on the black one, and we'll sell just a lease on the 27. We feel we need her for a female at the end of her show career. But they're out of that Clarity litter. We've already shown you a few mates. They'd be Clarity, Game of Thrones, 148.4. Again, that Game of Thrones sow. Just a really good built, functional, productive, good-bodied female that just needs some extras. Clarity there at 333. We identified as a boar that can do that, and he's done a lot of fun things. So easy to see the extras that he's put into this pair of them here. I don't need to describe them a whole ton, but I think that gilt, that belted one, which is 27, that's the lease option there that Jax is showing. I think that one brings a lot of things to the table, whether you're wanting to show in, Oregon or Idaho or down here in California, or if you want to go to Expo. I think that one could get you pretty far no matter where you're going to wind up. The black gilt is awfully nice as well. She's a little greener bodied than her sister. She has the same sharp head. She's also very good and strong on her pasterns and square built. We've been really pleased with these Clarities, how good built he's kept his pigs there at the ground especially. Haven't seen any pastern issues with them. These pigs have, for the most part, had just a ton of bone and hair, and their sharpness of look up front's very impressive. I sure wouldn't be scared of that black one either, but a nice pair here. Again, they're 27 and 39.
Yeah, a fun pair of gilts here, and then 27 lease gilts, one that when you just walk through the pens back there in the barn, you stop at that pen and she pops up and she looks right at you and she demands your attention. That gilt's extremely good, one that needs to be on somebody's short list looking for a lease gilt. This 27 is extremely, extremely good. There's nothing that needs to be said about that one. Just watch that one get out and cat around. The big legs that bend like that and a look up front and still being square made and good built in every which direction. I feel that's the kind that wins. The black gilt here, for people that are wanting to own a gilt, something to take into consideration. Her mom would be a Game of Thrones on target. You'd take a step back in that on target pedigree. On target 108.4 would be a litter mate to American Spirit's mom. And what American Spirit did here on this farm is second to none. I love the American Spirit females. There's not a whole pile of them around in many places anymore, but where they are still there, they're extremely good. A little bit of genetic notice for you there. I think that black gilt looks like her mom, not just in terms of color, but the way she's built and the way she's made. Show gilt wise, I think she's going to do somebody very good. A return on her on a keeper gilt someday or something to make your next generation better. The way she's bred on the bottom side with that good shot of Clarity and everything he's out of on the top side, I definitely think that one could be on someone's short list to be a replacement gilt someday. A good set of gilts here. Again, this is 27 and 39. This pen is full of all sorts of shit.
Okay, there's 3 different non-mate sisters here. These are 15, 40, and 41. 15 would be the smallest gilt there that Jax has got. She's got some white up the crease of her butt there, and she would be a Clarity as well. So her sire's Clarity. Her dam is Game of Thrones 155.5, and that Game of Thrones sow she's out of would be a calico sow that's really, really stout. She's got huge legs, a huge big old center body, and again, sire here Clarity. I just think it's important to describe sometimes what the sow looks like as people are trying to envision how pigs mature. Was pretty high on that one as I sorted pigs. I think there's a really, really bright future in her. She's obviously one of the smaller gilts in the sale, but we stuck her up in the sale order for a reason. She's got a sharp look. She's got that really good Clarity color pattern, and stoutness of features, very, very impressive. The one that Palin's got over there is lot 40, so that'd be the kind of the bigger of the belted, the two belted gilts that are in their preview here now. She is a loud and clear. Last Dance. Yep, sorry. She's a loud and clear Last Dance. So loud and clear. We didn't have a ton of litters this set. We'd used him so hard all summer. Loud and clear. If you don't know who that is, that's the sire of the recent third overall barrow there at Arizona Nationals, and he was also champion cross barrow at Western Regional that was shown by Harley DeShane. That'll be, I believe, the only loud and clear pig offered in the set here tonight. Study her skeleton, and you won't find anything wrong with it. That one's just built awesome. She looks like a female that'll be really, really good as a female for someone someday. She'd be a great, for the breeding gilt show kind of deal. Certainly get along, in a different setting as well if you'd like. And then the little gilt here that Alea's got is lot 41. She's a 102 litter gilt. Would be a different league 48. Hands to yourself. That different league 48 we used with a lot of confidence. And like I say, he's done a really good job for us. He'll probably put as much power as far as muscle as any of the different league sons. And at the same time, probably bone. So that describes her pretty well. She's muscular, stout, and a little greener bodied, but just imagine a little time on feed. That one's going to be pretty good. So again, 41 and 41, 15, and 40.
Well, I'll talk the 15 gilt there. She's up towards the top of the sale, and she's very, very sharp-fronted, intriguing-looking individual when you study that one on the move. She's real bendy and flexible about her hind leg, very, very attractive kind of gilt. Skinny today, but some time on a feed bucket later this summer, come August or September. That one ought to be awfully fun. The 40 gilt, the one Palin has here, the only loud and clear gilt offered in the sale. That one's got a stout noggin about her, and not an ugly noggin at that, just a stout one that reads true base width and a big stout tail root. I only envision that one to get wider and thicker with time. Really, really like that gilt and a lot of things she's got to offer. 41, I don't think Russ touched on this. She does have a small belly bump. Over time that may get better. It might have to be fixed. No guarantee on that. The 41 gilt. That one's kind of, in my opinion, a combination of the three of these pigs out here. She's so attractive in her head and yet sharp looking, just like the 40 gilt. She's yet skinny and pliable and real flexible, like the 15 gilt. Three different types and kinds of gilts in this ring. Check them out and make sure you study up on these three in the back. 15, 40, and 41.
And 10, 11, and 32 just coming in, and these three are mates, so they are sired by Clarity, back on Rusty Cage, 1096. That Clarity boy, I'm not trying to sing him praises all night, but that was kind of the boar. I went to 4 or 5 different studs, maybe 6 different studs in 2 days, and just landed on that boar. We had to use him, and we bought an absolute ton of semen on him. We're very happy with this first set of them here. I think there's 5 or 6 litters within this set. These 109s could be as good as any of them. Again, these 3 out here are 10, 11, and 32. Jax has got 10, which is the kind of wider belt. 11 would be the one Alea's got, the thin belt. And then 32 is the real ugly colored one there. Some people may like that. I hope they do. That 32 there. Black-headed pig with a white nose is not my favorite color, but that's probably a good thing. Maybe somebody will like it. It doesn't really matter though. Their skeletons are all very good. They're all going to get better. I tell you that I really like the width of stifle and just the hip in that 10. I think that 10 can grow up and be an absolute man. He's for a for a shorter bodied barrel, he's really, really tall fronted. And like I say, he's got a beautiful upper hip in him, and I could see him just being an absolute incredible show barrow, about mid-July or even 1st of August there. The other two are certainly capable of the same kind of features. They're just a little bit, greener coming on. So again, go ahead, Dustin.
These three pigs here, yeah, they're mates, but they're different. I'm going to touch back on what Russ had to say about 10. That barrow being a little chunky and in a good kind of chunky at that, he still patterns up and poises together from the side really well. He's striking in his head and neck carriage. He's still stout in terms of his foot and bone work. Of the initial three, I like that one the most. I think he's got the highest ceiling of the offering. Nothing to take away from the skinny other two, 11 and 32. They're just greener today, but still good kind of pigs that are flexible in their hind leg and very, very practical on how they need to be fed. Hammer down, let's roll, let's go. If you got somewhere you got to get to and grow fast, I think those two awfully fit the bill. And Russ touched on the loud-colored one being that 32. I myself don't mind blackheads, but he's a little louder color, just that white being on his nose. The 11 pig being a very, very dark pigmented, thinner belted barrow. We like these pigs to be dark-hided nowadays, and it's very, very interesting to see him being that dark. Really makes it fun to see these things grow on and go. So again, this is 10, 11, and 32.
(26, 31, and 34 just coming in here, and so 31 is the bigger barrow there on the far side that Alea's got, and he's a mate to those three we just talked about. So he's big brother. Again, he'd be a Clarity. Rusty Cage 109.6. He's probably the boldest rib of that litter. He's probably the one that can show the earliest. I know a lot of folks looking for June Fair pigs, and that guy's your man. I certainly think he could probably show in July if you want him to, but that's a June Fair pig or even a potential May Fair pig if you're looking for one. Then the other two are the mates that are out of Terra. Again, they are 26. Sorry, we lost our lights and everybody's freaking out here. So we have 34 is the one Palin's got. And 31 we just talked about. And then Jax has got 26.
This is a Terra pig.
So we'll talk about Palin's again. That's 34. So 34 is the kind of off belt here. Palin's got. He's out of Terra. Terra would be the dam of Harley's barrow that was just third overall at Arizona Nationals, champion cross barrow at Western Regional. If you haven't heard, we're actually going to auction him off tomorrow. He's going to probably, I think we're going to do it right before the sale starts. So that's something exciting as well. Kind of a fun fact, that decision got made today. We're going to parade him around here tonight after this is over as well. At any rate, again, 34 is out of that same sow. That sow would be the Coba champion in 23 that we bought at Hawaii for $37,000. Again, we call her Terra. She's been a phenomenal sow. And then the sire of this pig would be Different League 26. So, and that's this is our first crop of these Different League 26s. That's a mate to Palin Miller's barrow that did all the winning.
Really fun. Are you done?
I can't see who Jax has got, so you could just go ahead and talk it.
Okay, good trio of pigs here, a lot of differences. I'm going to talk the pig Palin has, 34. Whenever you see, rightfully so, 14-1 pop up as the mom or the grandma on that pedigree, regardless how those pigs look, you just need to buy them. That sow is incredible. If I could load one sow up, put it in my pocket, and take it anywhere in the world, I would take that sow with me every time. I really like this barrow. I love his look from the side. I love his skull. I love his muscle pattern. He's neat and loud colored too in a good way. I like that barrow quite a bit. The pig Jax has here, the spot on his back, that's 26. That pig checks and fits a lot of boxes in terms of bone work and being comfortable and flexible. He's very sharp about his head and neck. He's good in his chest. I really enjoy the look of that pig. Looking up his pedigree now, a Pathfinder. Pathfinder would be there at, is he at... Purple Power. He's a Purple Power boar, back on a Last Dance sow. That Last Dance 53.7 is a very key Last Dance sow. You'll see her pop up in quite a few pedigrees nowadays. Her mom being the infamous Jack Daniels 142 sow. I have a lot of confidence in that 26 pig when he gets up and feeding. You're going to see another couple of littermate gilts a little further down the way that are going to get you even more jamped up on this pig. 31, the pig Alea's got, searching back on him, and we were discussing and contemplating on him. We really like that pig in terms of just how comfortable he is on the move. He's big in his cage, but yet he's still practical and a little greener in terms of his muscle shape and texture today, but we don't think that hinders or hurts him at all. Very comfortable kind of pig on the move, yet still stout in his bone work and attractive up through his front end. A pig that fits, June or July. If you want to get crazy and creative, he might make August, but I feel he fits best come June or July. Again, these are lots 26, 31, and 34.
33, 35, and 25 just coming in here, and Jax has got 25. That's the black pig, and then we've got 33 is the belted pig Palin's got, and then the kind of black-headed target-butted one there would be 25. 35. Sorry, my numbers are all jumbled. Start with Palin's. Palin's is the other mate there out of that terrace sow. So we just talked about that. He'd be out of the dam of the third overall barrow there at Arizona Nationals last week. Coba champion and sired by Different League 26. In my opinion, he looks very much like his dad and his uncle. And Kendrick, as far as his hair texture, his moderation of frame, his skull, his stoutness of bone, very impressive. And I think that pig really looks like somebody that can be a special one throughout the showing feeding period. I think that's a neat animal. I like him a really good deal. The black one there that Jax has got, again, that is lot 25. That's an 85 litter pig. He's sired by Logic. Back on heavy hitter 171.2. Logic was the other board we wanted to use a ton. Was really hard to use. We got to use more for the next group, but it was like pulling teeth to get some semen on him. Wound up with 2 litters this set, and you'll see the other litter here shortly. But this 25 is a pretty neat pig. I'm trying not to be as wound up on black ones this year because we always have some nice black ones, but hard not to get wound up on that guy. Study him at the ground. He's built really good. He's going to be a muscle hog. He's going to be a hog you could probably feed for quite a long time. He's got a sharp head. That Logic really put a lot of special things in these pigs. He's another boar at 333 that's a woke son, and just kind of add the extras kind of deal. So pretty dang excited about that pig. I guess his mom, 171.2 heavy hitter, would probably be about as beautiful of a sow as you could find out in our sow lots as well. So that doesn't hurt. And then the other guy, that 35, that's the little hairy, shaggy guy. That's a different League 26 pig, or excuse me, different League 112-1 pig, back on a Tarantino 8-7 sow. So his mom would be a Tarantino Last Dance 53-7. That 53-7 Last Dance sow. We'll show you some pigs out of her this sale that are awfully special. Really good mama side here. Again, sire 112-1. If you're looking for a shaggy pig that you can feed for a long time, this guy's your ticket here. He can get you to your state fair. He can get to CYE. No problem, and he can probably beat a lot of them, if not all of them, on the way. We like him a good deal. Again, that is lot 35. So 35 is the blackhead, 25 is the black, and 33 is our belted pig.
A little light malfunction here. Somebody call an electrician, I guess. But a good trio of pigs in here and some differences amongst them. I'm gonna start where Russell finished on the 35 pig. I absolutely love that pig in terms of his chest and his look up front. He's very captivating from the side. I love his skull. I love his extension in front 1/3. I love his chest. I think there's something very good about that pig in just terms of foot and bone and skin and hair texture. He's long-haired and yet coarse-haired. Where I fault him is I wish he was straighter in his tail and that black didn't lay on his hip like that. I think it'd make him kind of look like he traveled a little better out of it. But I really love that pig. I like a lot of things about him. I'm all in on that 35. I like him a good deal. I do agree. I think he needs a show later in summer, August, September, shoot, maybe even October. 25, the black one Palin has now. Those logics have been extremely good. There's some other really good litter mates to that one you'll see. For a black pig especially, you got an event that has all black division, little or big. I think he's going to be competitive. Love the logic head that's laid in on that one. Look up front's killer. Chest and front knee squareness, very good. Hip and hind leg, very practical. Again, the pig Jackson has, I believe, is Jax. What's that one? 33. 33. The pig Jackson has. Again. A pig out of Terra, the Coba champion in 23. I said it in the last group with his mate brother. You see a pig, regardless how he looks, with that 14-1 on the bottom side, you need to buy him. And that's where I made the mistake of not buying that pig that was third at Arizona. I looked at him. I was too hard on him, and I knew it when the sale happened. He's a pig out of 14-1. Just buy him. Those pigs seem to feed. They seem to have all the bells and whistles, skull, width, muscle, skin and hair as well. Texture is very good. Very good litter that pig's out of. Again, these are lot 25, the black one, 33, the thin-belted one, 35, the blackhead.
$28.29 here, and I don't know what the viewers are on there, but I hope they're on now. So these are two of our least gilt opportunities. And again, if you're just listening or just tuning in here, we're going to offer 7 least gilt opportunities throughout the sale. And they're going to be lots 27 through 30, and then they're going to be lots 6 through 9, except 6 through 9, we're going to sell one of those. And then the other 3 will be thrown into the mix here with 27 through 30, and so those 7, we'll just put them in the ring, and the high bidder will get to choose which one they want, and we'll do that all the way till there's none left. But at any rate, only selling lease on these, no ownership change. 28 is the blue one, 29 is the belt. The blue one, we talk about her first. She is she's out of Last Dance 53-7, which is near and dear to our hearts. One of our best females that we've had. And then her sire's Pathfinder. On that board trip I made last summer, Pathfinder there at Purple Power, I knew I needed to use him. If nothing else to make females, but I thought we'd make some. I saw some incredible pigs there that day out of that boar. Really just looked like the boar we needed to use on our program. And gosh, I couldn't imagine we'd have got a gilt as good as what we did out of him. Here in this set, in this 28. If you're looking for light cross, I don't care where you're going to show, doesn't matter. This one should probably win. She's as hairy and good built and stout built as probably anything. And I promise you there's not a better female that a light cross could be out of in that Last Dance 53.7. For those who follow our program, 53.7's mom was Jack Daniels, 142.4. It's probably, as we did our sow sale a couple months ago, going through stuff and doing those sales, we sold 52 sows. I spent a lot of time going through pedigrees and just the current stuff we've got, and it's just incredible how much that one influence that 142.4 has had, and this 53.6 even is having on our program. So that's as good a stuff as what they can come from. Now the other gilt here, which is 29 belted gilt, that one's out of Terra. So we already showed you your two mate brothers, but that one's out of Terra. So Terra's the Coba champion gilt in 23. We bought for $37,000 there at Hawaii. She's been a phenomenal female. She's every litter she's had has been truly great. Her summer litter consisted of Harley's barrow that was champion cross barrow at Western Regional, and reserve cross at third overall at Arizona Nationals. Fun fact about that barrow: he's sired by Loud and Clear, which was the first litter of Loud and Clears, and that wasn't the fun fact I was trying to get to. That barrow was born in early July, so that barrow was truly only what's that making 6 months old? Not quite 6 months old there at Arizona Nationals. So just a good hog. You can't get that far and be that special at that young of an age without just being truly good. I'm not trying to brag on our stuff, but this one here we think has a chance to be really, really special as well. Dustin's, I'm sure, got some other things he can chime in here, but great opportunity on this pair. We hope you understand why we can't let them go, but we did want to offer them so they get shown, and we won't be able to wait to get them back to us. We'll be excited.
Monday morning, I pulled in at 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to the office, printed a litter sheet, went to the chip barn, and I walked through. And I found these two gilts in the pen. I pulled out my litter sheet, and I said, wow, a hairy stout blue one out of 53.7. Whoa, a gilt out of 14.1 in the offering. These gilts got to be bought. And I asked Russ what the story was. Why are you selling these gilts? And he told me he was leasing them. When they came in the ring, I honestly got chills. I love these two gilts to death. They're a little different in their type and kind, but they're still extremely, extremely good. Value as show gilts for you exhibitors to be able to tie into these. I'm going to end up putting my foot in my mouth for tomorrow. But both of these gilts, I'll take either one. I'll take a leg off of one of them. I don't care. Both of these gilts are extremely good. The blue one, 28, her hair texture, it's coarse, it's thick. By the time you put a little adhesive, or even if you don't want to, into those legs, they're big and they're bendy. When she comes at you, she is monstrous in her chest. She's captivating in her skull, very, very attractive about her jawline and her neck. I really, really love that blue gilt. She's comfortable. And in my opinion, she's better than her mom there in her chest. She's better in the way she looks up front. She's as big and bendy off of both ends, just like her mom. That one's going to be a very, very potent sow when she gets put back into the sow herd. If there's ever an opportunity, you see that one go through a pig sale somewhere as a big one. If you don't tie into that one and make them spend some money to buy that one back, that's your own fault. That one has a very special place in my heart. I love that blue gilt 28. Again, I've said again and again and again, out of that Terra sow, that rightfully so 14.1. They're just good. You see them, you buy them. I was so excited when I looked at that gilt and said, "Wow, there's a gilt in the sale out of that sow. I'm gonna own her." Well, no, I could lease her though, and I guess that's as good as we're gonna get because Russ ain't selling a gilt out of her. He's just not doing it. After she did what she did at Arizona, he's kept the last 2 litters of gilts out of that sow, and he's not selling any of them. He's gonna keep them all as he should. That sow, we bought her at Coba for that reason, to make daughters, and I hope this just exemplifies the reason why we purchased her as a big show gilt at Coba. I love the gilt. Her front 1/3, the way her back's laid into her, how big and bendy her legs are. She's big in her forearm, correct in her shoulder angle. I really, really like just the way that gilt's put together. In my opinion, I do feel she's better than both of her mate barrows. In my opinion, I feel that gilt is the best pig in the litter, hands down. There's more of those out back. You're getting an opportunity at the very best one tomorrow. Be there, be square, 28-29, lease gilts.
$45 and $46. Just coming in here. These are two mate sisters, and they are started by Logic, back on heavy hitter 171.2. So they're mates to the lot 25 male. We showed you a little earlier, solid black male that real high on. Again, that sire Logic, they're at 333. You know, our board trip last summer. Really just identified that we needed to breed as much as we could to Clarity and Logic. We were able to use Clarity a lot more, but this Logic, we were able to get 2 litters this set. Impressed with what he's done. Again, this heavy hitter sow that they're out of is probably about as beautiful of a heavy hitter sow as you'll see anywhere if you go back and find her in the sow lot. Real nice little pair here. The 46 is closer to the camera right now, the slightly taller gilt, and then 45 is kind of the little more moderate one, but you just kind of pick your poison there. I sure wouldn't be scared of 46, the taller one. You know, she's not as round ribbed at this stage, but she's so good built, and she's very, very stout and just loose skeletoned, yet good on her toes. Has a stout head on her. And then the 45, the more moderate one, certainly has more shape, a little more roundness to her cage. You know, just maybe looks like a little more of a jackpot gilt today. And I'd certainly expect her to not mature into a dink. I mean, she's going to be a gilt that's got some, you know, some grow in her. And I think that one could get along very, very well if you've got a, you know, Midwest State Fair you want to gear toward, or you know, like a CYE type gilt, and still get along on the jackpots. That one would suit you very, very well. So pick your poison here. I'm not sure which one's the better one. It just depends what you're kind of looking at. Pretty excited about the pair of them. Again, they're Logic, heavy hitter 171.2. They're 45 and 46.
Interesting pair of mate sisters, and they're both different in their own right. I believe that one Lauren has is 46. Is that right, Lauren? Yeah, that one. Monday when I went through the barn, I found her because she's wild looking up front, and I went, man, is she going to have enough to her? Tonight, she doesn't look it. When we were looking at them earlier, she was bigger in her body. She definitely just ate a meal. I really, really like that gilt, though. I think she's got some captivating pieces from the side and the way she uses her hip and hind leg, and it's just a testament of what can happen in that litter. The sister closer to me, 45, she's a little stouter in her head and a little soggier right now today. So for me, that leads me on to believe 46 is going to get there. I do like both of these gilts. The sow on the bottom side was a heavy hitter sow. We kept a pile of those, and unfortunately there was 2 of them that, due to incident, are no longer with us, and it was dang sad. That 171 litter was extremely deep. The barrows were good. We sold them in Texas. They did well. Unfortunately, they were black, and selling black pigs in Texas is sometimes Batman's kryptonite, or however that goes. But a really, really good group of them here that come out of a very, very good sow. These gilts are practical, sound, flexible. They're going to be fleshy. They're going to be attractive. Show them in June as middleweight gilts. Take them to CYE or State Fair, one of those state fairs back there in the Midwest, in August, September, wherever you see fit. Don't think it's out of the question for either one of these to make it to Royal as well. Again, this is 45 and 46. That's Superman in Kryptonite, not Batman. I'm not what is that, Marvel? Not a Marvel man?
45 and 46. They are littermate gilts. They're sired by different league, 112.4 back on junior, 147.8. Funny story with that litter. Not really funny. I didn't find it funny at the time, but the mom is an older sow, always does a great job. Kind of looks like a Burke, and so we, 49 and 50. I don't know if I said that wrong. At any rate, we bought some Burke semen on a boar I thought would make some Burke looking pigs to try to make classifying barrows for our CYE out here, and the sow just kept standing, and so we finally trying to get sows bred. I knew I needed to breed her again. We bred her with the different league 112.4, and that's what we got. But at any rate, the litter's been very solid. We wind up with 3 in the sale out of that litter. 112.4 is probably the most heavy muscled out of all the different league sons. Had some very good successes out of him here this fall, and expect more to come here. This gilt that Jax has got, what's her tag, Jax? 49. She's got a little bump on her chest. I'm sure it probably shows pretty good there on the screen. I tell you, there's absolutely nothing to worry about with that. I've had people see that and get freaked out and worry. It's just a little deal. Every once in a while we get them here at the farm. I think they rub on the feeders as they're eating. They get a little deal there. Nothing needs to be done. It goes away in a short amount of time, I promise. But very, very nice pair here. Again, 112.4 junior is be their pedigree. They're going to have a lot of muscle. They're going to have a lot of power in them. They're going to have a lot of time in them. You could probably show these, in July, probably no problem. There's a show in Oregon that supposedly doesn't allow Paline. These would be perfect for that show. They've got a lot of muscle. They're going to feed very, very good into that time frame, and they are, good colored, shapely, good-looking pigs with a square-built skeleton. That would work absolutely perfect for her. So again, they're 49 and 50. Jax's has got the 50 there, the wider belt, and then the one with kind of the spot in her belt. I told you wrong. Jax has got 49, and then the one with the spot in her belt there is 50.
49 and 50 gilts, sired by 112.4. When we kept those 112s, there was, I believe, maybe there was 3, maybe 4 we laid back, and there was still 4 or 5 of those males that we sold and went on to do extremely well. That litter was deep. Sow line there. Is that Rowdy Rebound back on 53.7, the bottom side?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. Anyways, just food for thought there. These gilts, though, they read extremely good. I love the 112.4 skull he puts in these things. I don't think he gets them as cranked as one of his other brothers does. I think he gets them a little more manageable. I really, really like the look and silhouette of these gilts. They're opened up. They're still wide enough, but yet square enough behind. Big in their pin set, but yet manageable in their pin set. I like these gilts' comfort on the move. I like their silhouette from the side. These gilts are smaller. Bid with confidence here. Both these gilts have a place in the world. Go out back, take a look through them, go searching. Make sure you don't miss an opportunity on these ones. 49 and 50.
47 and 48 just coming in, and Palin's got 48, which would be the belted gilt. She's a mate to the 2 we just showed you. So different league, 112.4 junior would be her pedigree. And then 47's this blue one that Jax has got. She's actually a mate to the 28 Pathfinder gilt, the least gilt option. So she's out of the great 53.7 Last Dance sow. Again, sire on this one is Pathfinder. Honestly, kind of scratched my head quite a bit as we were going through pigs today, sale pigs, thinking, I probably shouldn't sell this one either, just being out of that sow. I'll tell you, she's not as stout as her sister. That's easy to see. But study her skeleton there. That's going to be a really, really nice female for somebody. She's just got an awesome build. She's as pliable and loose as made as they come. She's got stoutness of bone. She's got a sharp, good neck about her. Her hip and hind leg is ideal, and she's out of an incredible sow. So really, really nice pair here. This one Palin's got obviously be a little more of a, muscular focus kind of a gilt there. I think she'd work well for Jackson County in July as well.
A very good pair of them here. I'll reiterate back on the blue gilt. You have an opportunity to buy into a sow line that is extremely good. We've seen her mate sister earlier. That's incredible. We've seen her mate barrow, I believe, is lot 26. Yes, that barrow is very good. You have an opportunity here to tie into a light cross gilt out of an extremely good sow family that is very, very good. And as Russell said, he's thinking maybe I should have kept that one. Somebody ought to make him eat his words and buy that one and say, yeah, you should have, bud. I really like that gilt. Her look up front is extremely good. She's good in her chest. The swoop to her underline, her setter body. She reads real green and immature in her muscle pattern, knowing how those things are going to feed. There's a chance to tie into one to say, hey, either I am the champion or I have a litter mate to the champion. I dig that gilt. That's a good rip. Very, very good litter of pigs. The gilt Palin's on 110 litter. We talked them in the last group, being smaller sisters. This one's the big sis. She's bigger in every which direction. She's bigger in terms of her height to length ratio. She's clearly further along in terms of progression on growing and stages upon that. But this gilt offers a lot of good. She's got her dad's head. She's got her dad's mug. Real slender and sleek up front, but yet still stout and bold between the eyes. Really like that gilt coming and going. She's square and practical. Big stifle, big hipped. Like that gilt pretty good. This is lots 48 and 47.
We're getting into a fun pen here, and I hope we've got good viewers watching. We've got 2 and 4 just come into the ring here, and these guys pair up size-wise. Is why we kind of put them here together, and this pen takes a good while to sort through and kind of study here. So we've got 4 in that Alea's got, and then 2 over there Jax has got coming out of the corner. Talk about 2 first. I guess 2's the kind of more traditional belted one. If you're watching there on the screen, would be a Magic Box Endgame. Excuse me, guys. So we're gonna lead the sale off with a pair of Magic Boxes that are non-mates, but this will be one of them, and he'll sell choice along with lot 1 tomorrow. Again, his pedigree Magic Box Endgame. We were really tickled with these 2 Magic Box pigs. Magic Box would be a board upper hand, buckle up son, that did a really good job for us here on this set. Jax is doing a great job trying to corral this guy. Study his skeleton though. I think this guy's proportions, his size, his very good correctness of build, and he combines it, with enough stoutness and bone and hair, and his skull is just right. I think this could be a tremendously good show barrow, for those guys looking for Midwest State Fair, CYE, month of July. I mean, gosh, this guy fits extremely well, potentially earlier than that, but my goodness, I think that's a show barrow, from every aspect that, you can kind of imagine. Mama Endgame 1037 always does an extremely good job. She's a very stout sow. She's got a big cage in her. She's got a big head in her. And again, that Magic Box board upper hand would be a buckle up son. Was just really hit me pretty hard when I was on board tours last year. And these pigs have been really good. The lot 4 there, Alea's got. We'll show you his mates here in a second. He's a different league 26, out for blood 80-7 or 8, I think. 7. So his mom would be out for blood American Spirit. We had 2 of those that were extremely good show gilts. We leased them and sent them to Oklahoma last year and got them back. And this is their first litter. At any rate, first litter out of this 80-7. bred to different League 26, and we've been pretty impressed with them, to say the least. Skeleton's awesome. This different League 26 has done such a good job, keeping them stout, keeping them hairy, skull and bone and front bone, and just that look coming at you, I think, is as ideal as it gets. Frame size is ideal there as well. Easy to see probably from the screen. So 4 and 2.
Yeah, 4 and 2 here, and I'll be quite frank. This pen of males is so deep when you go diving back there and kick this pen out. It's really nice to see just a pair of them at a time come out here. I flat out missed this 2-pig today. There's a few others that I just love that are in this pen, and I flat missed this 2-pig today. He's greener and he's muscle pattern. I think that's why I kind of missed him. I initially read him as being a little narrower, but really he's not. He's still opened up in his chest. He's, I'd say, adequate when he goes away from you. He's greener and he's muscle pattern today, but I don't think that should hurt you, and you shouldn't hinder from it. I love his look up front. I love his skull. The rest of the magic boxes that are in the sale will make you go, wow, okay, I need to tie into this pig. I myself don't feel very intelligent for missing that pig earlier today. The 4-pig, you're going to see the rest of his mates coming in. He's a litter mate to my favorite barrow in the sale. 4 is no slouch neither. That thing is bendy and comfortable in terms of his hip and hind leg structure. Good enough in his chest. I love his head. Maybe a touch bigger eared. I'm okay with big eared pigs. That thing is very, very good from the side. I like that one a good deal. These are lots 2 and 4.
So these next two, 3 and 5, so they're mates to 4, and that's 5. Lauren's got, and Palin's got 3. So again, sire here, different League 26. Dan would be out for blood 80-7. So just to reiterate what different League 26 is, this is the very first crop of pigs out of him. He's a boar we had supreme confidence in. Absolute stud of a baby pig. Threw him in the barn last year as a keeper boar. Sell his mates. They sell extremely well. And then he breaks his hip and almost dies. In fact, the vet suggested that we put him down, and I chose not to. And then his brother, Kendrick, goes on. He's the most dominant barrow in the Northwest, wins the Kootenai Classic SOJC, goes reserve overall at PI. Mate's sister goes reserve overall guild at Kootenai. Just a phenomenal litter. That's what the dad is here. So dad is different League 26. Again, that's would be Kendrick's brother there. Lot 5, if you haven't spotted him as special yet, then you're not watching. Pretty easy to find that pig. And I would tell you, don't miss the others. That's what Dustin was just saying as those last 2 walked out. He says, man, I missed that one earlier today. And I said, well, yeah, it's because you wouldn't quit staring at 5. And he says, yeah. He says, you're right about that. So look at that 3. 3's the biggest frame to the litter. I'll tell you, I studied them all day. 3, the one that Palin's got there, he's the tallest of the litter. 4, the one that just left, is probably the greenest of the litter. 5's probably just the most ready of the litter at this stage. I'm not smart enough to tell you what's the best one. I'm smart enough to tell you that they're going to win. I'm not sure how big and where and which ones, or if maybe all of them. But I'd get pretty serious about these if you're wanting to win. They're 3 and 5 in here. Again, Lauren's got 5. Palin's got 3.
Dirty good litter. Get in or get lost. I'm in. If you're driving in the driver's seat of one of these are fun. Like I said, I got in real early Monday morning, walked through the barn, found those few keeper gilts, and I started at one end of the barn and I worked back to the other. I came across this pen of barrows, and I found 5, and I went, ooh la la, oh my gosh. I love that pig. I love everything about him. You don't need to say anything about him. Just study him in this video. If you're here and you're able to see this pig in person, I highly advise you to go back and look at him again. I love that pig. I love a lot of things about him. Again, what Russell says, I don't know where he fits. Maybe he fits July, maybe he fits August. I say he's the kind of pig you buy and you own with confidence and you let him tell you where he wants to go. The other brother that's bigger and he's outline, I still like him and he still has a place. Do I love him as much as 5? No, and I'll be quite frank, I love 5 to death. That's my favorite pig in this entire offering, that 5. 3 is very, very good, though, in his own right. He's still sharp-looking. He's still big in his chest. Maybe today a little bigger in terms of his upper cage and center body, but I believe 5 will get there someday. But I like that 3. Again, where he fits, maybe June, maybe July. Again, a good chance he can get to August. Very, very good litter of pigs. Very good female they're out of, and just a testament of what to expect DL26 to continue to make for this firm. Some of these DL sons around here are pretty stinking good, and if some of you guys aren't getting in on them, I think you ought to. It's at least worth the call. It's worth asking questions, and heck, what's it hurt to get 2 doses on some boars out of a boar that's done this place a lot of good the last few years. Again, this is lots 3 and 5.
'51, '52, '54, just coming in here. '51 and '52. '52 is one Lauren's got. What do you got, Palin? The 51's the black. So if the black pig's 51, 52 and 54 are the belts. Alea there with the Nike Dunks has got 54, so you can probably see those on the screen. Those 2 are mates, the belts, so 52 and 54 would be Pathfinders back on 3-peat. Very, very good built barrows. They're out of a sow that always does a very good job for us. This Pathfinder landed a lot of pigs in the sale. We've been real tickled with what we've got. You know, out of this Pathfinder deal, I think we're going to wind up with a lot of champions out of this boar. They're so good built, so good skeletons, just good pigs. Study this pair. There's not much wrong with them. You know, they're big rib. They've got the right kind of just look from the side. Just a nice pair. And then this 51 over here, Palin's got, which is a 92-liter pig. He'd be a Clarity, Game of Thrones. Been real high on that pig. He's a very muscular pig. He's got a lot of just, you know, look from the side, and you know, he's kind of been one of our favorites throughout the day. I'm not sure he's looking quite. He's trying to go to the bathroom right now, and I've kind of been waiting for him to get out of that. But that pig's pretty darn nice pig, guys. I'll let Dustin share your thoughts, share his thoughts with you on this set. But again, 51's the black, 52 and 4 are the other 2.
I just want to make note, 51, the black pig, for those of you sitting around the ring, you can notice on his hind leg he had an injury. He's safe. It's scabbed over. Don't worry about it. And that's the only thing I don't like about this pig. I like the black pig, the fact he's out of Clarity. I like his skin and hair texture. I love his look up front. Very, very nice pig. Study that one in the back if you get the opportunity to. Tie into that one. I think he's one you can take to July or even June quite easy. I like that pig a good deal. The 2 mates there, what were they again? 52? 52 and 54, just kind of bigger outline kind of pigs that are the kind that can feed a little harder and still be safe. They're very practical and good built, square made livestock. Got a good hip and hind leg working in them and still good in their chest. That litter consistently, they're all very good about their head and neck placement, sharp but yet still attractive and stout. Good litter of pigs. There's going to be 2 more in the next pen. Again, this is 51. This is 51, 52, and 54.
53, 55, 56 just come in here. And 53 would be the one Lauren's got over there on the far side. He'd be a mate to those two we just talked about, those Pathfinder three-peats. And so would 55 there. So those two belts are 53, 55. Again, they're Pathfinder three-peats. Very strong litter of pigs. I'll tell you, if you want to, you're not really sure what you're thinking, you're not wanting to spend a lot of money tomorrow, if a guy was to just buy one of those, litter mates out of that deal, 52, 53, 55, 54, you're not going to go wrong. You're going to do just fine. Those pigs are going to feed right into June. If you slow them down, they'll feed into July for you. They've got the right frame size, build, skeletal quality, stoutness of feature. You're going to get along very, very well. Study them here on the camera. 53, again, that's Lauren with the white shoes. 55 is Alea there with the dunks on and the white-legged barrow. Really, really nice pair. Then we've got 56, which would be the Chester cross barrow that Palin's got. That's a 75 litter, so he's listed correctly. He is not a purebred. We're not going to give you papers on this pig. He is sired by Bel Air, and he's out of a landrace sow. We did that on purpose. To be honest, we are trying to make barrows for CYE, which is a classifying show. It's not a pedigreed show. To be honest, we had a whole litter full of them. I didn't feel like we needed to put a whole bunch in the sale, so I picked my favorite and we threw him in here. I think he's real nice. Is his size appropriate for CYE? I think you could probably get him there if you really tried, but we have so many opportunities here, at breed shows in June and July. I think he fits really, really well as a Chester Landrace AOB, at whatever your fair is out this way. That's a slam dunk of a breed winner for you, potentially even further than that if you want to there. Again, that's 56.
The pair of crosses there, like I talked to two mates in the last group, they're very, very similar. That whole litter is very consistent, good feeding kind of pigs that are sharp looking, good in their chest with a flexible big hind leg. Those pigs are they just kind of tell their own story, and they just need to be fed upon. As Russell said, they could be some buys tomorrow. You need to tie into one or two of those, and all four of those are going to come in tomorrow, and if you get the bid for the right price, heck, buy all four of them, and let's go. Definitely a good litter, good pair of those belted pigs. I want to touch on the Landrace Chester Cross. If you got one of those county fairs that does a light AOB or even a Chester Landrace division, and they don't require papers, that's the kind of pig you need. You get the best of both worlds. You get the power from the Chester, you get the good from the Landrace, and they're extremely good. Something maybe like Expo for a pure influence kind of deal. They are crossed. They are out of a purebred boar. That would work and fit the bill there. Again, these are 53, 55, and 56.
$79.82. 79 is the York barrow. 82 is the Landrace barrow. Purebreds. Very excited about this pair. This 79 would be a hit 'em up Warden. 77 litter barrow. Again, he's lot 79 purebred York. We thought that'd make a great Expo barrow, or Louisville barrow, or just pedigreed show barrow in general. I know they've got pedigreed barrow show up at Kootenai Classic. We have a lot of folks going at Kootenai Classic this year, and we went last year, and actually my daughter showed in the purebred barrow show up there, and it was competitive. I'd tell you, I think this guy could give you a really good chance to win the purebred division up there if you wanted to go that route. Again, that's lot 79. Very high on that guy. He's stout featured. He's got a level hip, and for a York barrow, He's up on his toes. You know, it's pretty hard to find a York barrow that's really that flawless. And not trying to brag on him a whole lot, but we're pretty proud of that one. And then the other barrow there, lot 82 Landrace. He is a Wildcat 124. On track 121-2, so he's a mate to the Landrace gilt we're selling. His mom was champion Landrace gilt at NJSA last year. It was shown by Amaya Slay. Just a very, very good Landrace barrow. He'd be in the same boat if you want to try to win a purebred division. This guy certainly gets you somewhere. Like his dad, he's got a swirl on his back. It's kind of a trademark Wildcat 124 deal. Wildcat 124, his first pigs are going to show at Denver here next month, or I guess next week. And the reports sound very, very good, so we're excited about what we're hearing.
Very good pair of pure barrows. Again, the Yorkshire barrow, 79. We've seen his two mate sisters in the second set of pigs we brought through the ring. That litter is extremely good. Good buddy found a couple of those in the back also, and they look very, very good. This litter is very deep. I'm very hyped up on this Yorkshire barrow. I wish there was another litter just like this born now or in December as well for some of these August deals, July deals as well. But I'm very amped up on that York barrow 79. Landrace pig is extremely good. I talked to his sister, having so many good things, especially for the Landrace industry, being flexible, good on her feet and legs, square made. This Landrace barrow is probably even better looking than his sister, maybe a little bigger outline than his sister needs to be. That Landrace is a big one. I think has a special place come June or maybe even into July. Good pair of purebred barrows. Again, this is lot 79 and 82.
'80 and '81 coming in now, and this has kind of been Dustin's favorites here throughout this set. I'm kidding. We've been making fun of this pair because they will not quit fighting. They're in this good pen of barrows, and they just keep fighting. And we haven't. We typically don't get a lot of fighting after we sort everything, kind of mix stuff, and we go through and we spray clean them up so they won't fight a whole lot. And every once in a while we get one. Well, this pair, they just want to keep going at it. They're mates. They're out of Pauley, which would be the littermate sister to Palin Miller's Reserve Grand Barrow at Arizona Nationals last year. And then their sired B hit him up there at Purple Power. I wish they wouldn't have been fighting because I do think they would look a lot better than what they probably do. They're real stout scold barrows that are round ribbed. And they're going to be fleshy, and they're easy to get fleshy, easy to get big muscled. They've got big features and bones for their breed. They're up on their toes for their breed, and I'd say where this York breed is at now, these guys are ahead of them in many ways. I think they'll give you a good chance at a banner and a breed show here.
Like I told Christian today when we were going through pigs, I said, if we fought show pigs in the world, which we don't, but if we did, I'd buy both of these and put them in UFC 2026. They like to brawl, man, and I said the only thing probably get around them would be a short body. And but aside from that, these two pigs, I wish they were looking better today. Like I said, they've been brawling like it's been going out of style. Good pair of them that are stout noggined, just like their sister. Good built. They got some muscle shape for Yorkshires. Good pair of them. Make sure to look into these Yorkshires, 80 and 81. Hey, buddy.
16, 77, 76 just coming in here. So 77 is the calico, and then 16 would be the whitetail over there that Palin's got, and then 76 there is the one Jax has got, the belted barrel. So again, I guess to start the calico there, 77 that Lauren's driving. That's on the prowl, Rusty Cage. We've got two on the prowl litters this set. Both of them extremely good in our opinion. We'll show you this guy's mate barrow in a second as well. But pretty proud of this guy. Get past his color. If you like it or you don't, that's a really, really good pig. Skeleton-wise, build-wise, look-wise. You want to win a barrow show, big or small, I think that's kind of the way they need to be built. Pretty high on that 77. Again, pedigree there is on the prowl. Rusty cage. That rusty cage sow is a really big-bodied, stout-featured, just sow that needs some extras. Got a lot of confidence in that Calico 77. Palin 16 with a white tail. Stay strapped. Foresight 90-6. That Foresight 90-6 sow has done a great job for us. She's the mom and grandma of a lot of the better stuff around here. I guess most notable recently would be Different League 61. That'd be the grandma of that boar. Again, sire, stay strapped there at 333. Been pretty excited about this pig. His build and frame size and muscularity. If you've got a show in July, I think, or June, I think you could, buy that one with confidence, and you're gonna certainly have a chance to be at the very top. And then this last one here that Jax has got would be 76, and he's also a mate there. So same pedigree, stay strapped, Foresight 90-6, and you study that pair of them together there, and I'm not sure that we got the one mate, the better mate up early or not. I think both of them are very comparable. This one's a little greener bodied, but awfully good skeleton and good looking from the side, and Jax is doing a nice job showing you just how good looking he is and long necked, and good job, Jax. He's got really good running gears as well. So go ahead, Dustin.
Calico 77, that on the prowl deal has been good here. Even the pigs in the last group were extremely good. Besides his color, if you don't like calicos, that's okay. I don't mind him. That thing does a lot of things good. He's got a big forearm and he's big-toed. He's sharp-headed and jawed, but still stout-skulled. I think that pig's got a place come June or July. Look into Calico 77. The pair of them there, 16 and 76. 16, the white-tailed pig. He's stout in terms of feet and bone feature. I like that. A lot of things about him, as Russell said. His muscularity is very good for this stage. His running gear is very good. He's chunkier than his brother 76, and I don't think that's anything to disregard 76. I really like that pig. His look up front's very good. His chest is good. He's flexible and pliable about his hip and hind leg. I love the way his upper cage and center body's working into him. Not too much, but not too little. Very good pair of them. Study them if you got the opportunity to out back. Again, this is 16, 77, and 76.
And 17 and 78 just coming in, and 17's the belt, and 78 is the blue. So 17's a mate to the Calico. We just showed you would be a on the prowl rusty cage. Again, that rusty cage sow, just a big bodied, good built, very, very impressive sow. And that on the prowl was a boar we hadn't seen, still haven't seen him. Saw a video on him and tried to buy him when he was young, and just was so impressed with him. And our photographer Zach Lear had told me he's one of the best animals he'd ever seen, and so we went ahead and used him. And like I say, we had 2 litters this set. Pretty dang impressed with this this litter of pigs, and in particular this guy. I love his brother as well, but I think if you're wanting to win a big barrow show, I think this 17, he may be as good of a chance as we can offer you. I think there's a lot throughout this sale, though, and I'm not sure I'm the smartest to pick them all out. I guess nobody ever is at the end of the day. That's just the game we play, but that guy's pretty fun. Built awesome, has the extras, stout enough, has the hair, has the length of front. I think really, really neat, and I think good sized for August. Certainly July as well, but certainly good size for August. Then the little blue guy again, 78. That's a 93 litter pig, which would be a 112-1. May we all. He's another one that certainly gets you to August if you want to get to August. Light cross division kind of deal. He's going to have a lot of muscle. I'll tell you, those 112-1s, we've fed a lot of them this fall, and they never, ever have a shortage of muscle. So this guy maybe looks like he's a little lighter muscled at this stage, and I'd say that's a really, really good thing for being out of 112-1 because there's never a lack of muscle in those pigs, and they're always sharp-fronted, and they're always really, really good looking. We just had the champion light cross gilt there at Western Regional that Sadie showed that was out of different league 112-1, and that was out of one of the first litters. So nice pig here as well. Love his maturity, and he's going to give you a chance at a banner also.
Today, 17 hit me like a ton of bricks. He's greener in terms of muscle today, but I love his stoutness of feature. I love his skull. I love the way he gets out and moves. He's definitely got the look of his dad just from photos. That 17 comes out of one of my very favorite sows on the farm. I always tend to gravitate to those pigs out of that sow. Look into 17 if you want to be serious. I dig that pig a good deal. One thing I wanted to touch on the blue pig 78, from our experiences feeding these 112-1 pigs, at times the skinnier ones turn out to be the best one. Now, there's never a shortage of muscle in those pigs. I read this one's maturity and muscle pattern to be ideal for especially the way this thing's bred. He's skinny and immature today, but when you take home and you feed him, where does he land? Maybe he hits in July, maybe he hits in August, or shoot, maybe he goes to June. I feel safer though July, August. I do like that blue pig a good deal, and he's a light class classifier as well. This is lot 17 and 78.
Back into a gilt pen, we've got 57 and 61. 61 is the one Lauren's on, which is the smaller gilt, thin belt, and then 57 Palin's got. We can talk about Palin's first because she's closer there on the camera. That's a promotion junior, so again, that's 57. Traditional belted gilt there. She's got a little crook at her tail, but not at the base. It's up just a little bit. Kind of gives her a little character, if you ask me. Again, that is lot 57. She's a promotion junior. Promotion was a boar we found at Upper Hand. Knew we needed to use a ton. And then after boar tours last summer, go to CYE, and we saw some really good pigs that were out of promotion. We get to breeding sows, and we had this set. And I think there's 2 litters of promotions in this set. Go to using for the next set, and the boar died by that point. So just our luck, but a lot of confidence in these promotions. I'd tell you everything I've heard from other breeders that this promotion deal is very, very promising and very, very good. That gilt's got a lot of muscle. She's going to be a jackpot gilt deluxe. She's going to feed and show for a long time. She'd be one you can get along with really well at a county show as a market hog kind of deal also. The 61 again, right, Lauren? Yeah, 61. That's a 73-liter pig, I'm pretty sure. So she'd be a mate to lot 1 in the sale, which we haven't shown you yet, but you're going to see here shortly. She'd be a magic box on different league 48 sisters. So be a magic box, different league. That one, don't underestimate that one. She's going to be a deal tomorrow. She's maybe as green-bodied as what we've probably ran through yet. But I tell you, just study her skeleton, see how good her mates are, and based on what her parents are, I would sure put a lot of faith in that pig. If you're wanting, a gilt that you can show in the gilt shows, maybe like wind up at a CYE type of setting, I'd have a lot of faith in that pig right there.
A neat pair of them here. The 57 gilt Palin's got the louder belted one. She's got a couple mate sisters will run out next. That one's been really fun. I know she took a real good picture online. That gilt's very, very striking about her front 1/3 and big and bold in her chest, and center body and back shape read to be good at this stage. One to put on feed and just enjoy feeding her. One I think that you can get to July, no question. If you got that No Paling show in Oregon, she's got plenty of power and punch. I wouldn't discredit that one in any which way. The skinny gilt 61, I think that one's got a lot of shelf life. Littermate Lot 1 and quite a few other really good ones we're going to show you also. Those magic boxes have been really good here, and I'm sure tickled with them and enjoy looking at them. She's skinny and green, but yet she's sharp and good looking. Angles read right. Put that one on feed. Maybe not even out of the question. That one goes further than August for a feeding window. I think 61's got a longer shelf life than anyone would imagine. I really dig that gilt, 61 and 57.
$58, $59, $60 coming in here. These are Pathfinder gilts. I guess at least two of them are. 60's the one that Lauren's got over there in the corner. Okay, yep. So 60 is a promotion gilt that Lauren's got in the corner. We'll see if we can get her. There we go. She'd be a promotion end game, and then the other two are Pathfinders. And again, those are 58, 59. So their mom would be BR64-1, 4910. And honestly, these gilts look a lot like their mom. They're just real big-bodied, functional, stout kind of females. I'll tell you, these two gilts, I'm talking about the 89-liter gilts, again, 58 and 59, sire Pathfinder. I think if you're looking for something you can show and then make a female out of, I'd sure put these about the top of my list. They just look like females. That mama milks her pigs like a Holstein cow, and always has sale pigs that make us money and do very, very well for our customers. Study this pair up in here. The one that Leia's got is, sorry, I'm not able to see the tags very well. I think 58, 59. So Leia's got 59, Palin's got 58 there. But I'd be pretty high on those, especially that one Leia's got for a show gilt. If you're wanting to go to like a state fair or wind up at like a Midwest State Fair or a CYE, gilt show kind of deal, I think that one could get you very, very close to the top, if not at it. And, then make a tremendously good female for you. Again, that 91 over there is a promotion end game that Lauren's got. She's a very muscular gilt. She just needs a little time. She needs to get off this sail burst feed we've got, mellow out a little bit. But her angles are extremely good. Her mom's a really productive little end-game sow. That one could fit a lot of venues, whether it be a market show or a jackpot show type setting. I like her a good deal too.
58 and 59. Both of those gilts are real nice. So the 58 gilt here, she's the white-nosed one. To me, she reads the most brood sow out of the pair. She's big-bodied, as Russ said. Looks like her mom, I'd say, the most. That sow's real stout and look like this is a baby pig. I imagine that gilt will have a very, very high resale value when things are all said and done, wherever her destination show. If it's a breeding gilt, I think she also has a special spot as a market hog as well. She's rolled up in terms of back shape, and her hip and hind leg work extremely good. Her sister 59 I think is a little different in terms of her head and neck, look up front, not as heavy muscled, not as ditched back. One I think would make a really fun big one, like if you're trying to show California State Fair or something like that. I think she's got enough punch as well to maybe make it to a July setting with no Paling. A very, very good group of pigs. The 61 being a promotion endgame, that endgame sow 145.10. That sow had a litter of next intentions a few years back. That was extremely, extremely good, and I'm extremely partial to that sow, and I'm very confident in this 60. As Russ said, take her home, get her slowed down, get her on some feed to get her fleshy. That one I think is going to be real practical in the way she needs to be fed. She's good at her angles. She's good in most everywhere that checks all the boxes. Get her home, soften her up. Good pair of gilts, 58, 59, or trio, 58, 59, and 60.
Okay, good. 18, 19, 42. Back to barrows here, guys. We've got the 279 that are on the prowls coming in here, which would be would be 19 and okay, so Jax has got 42. So yes, so 18 and 19 are the two on the prowls, and then Jax has got the promotion. So we talk about 18 and 19 first. So Alea's got 19 there in front of the camera, and then the other on the prowl there would be the off belt there that Lauren's got. They are sired by on the prowl out of Top Shelf Sister. So that gilt or that mama sow we bought at Duncan. She was champion gilt at Duncan the year we sold Fresh Prince. I think it was 22 or 23. 23. And again, she's a litter mate to the Top Shelf boar. She's always done a really good job for us, but not going to lie, this on the prowl litter has probably been our favorite one she's had so far. Again, they're 18 and 19. 18, again, the one Lauren's got. He's more moderate, bigger caged, bigger at his just pin width there. 19 is the taller fronted one there that Alea's got. Probably just has a shot more her extension in general. Big bodied at the same time. Has a beautiful hip and hind leg laid into him. Just looks like a barrow. Can be a killer show barrow there. Very, very high on that pair. You know, definitely different in their type and kind, and different in what you could probably do with them. But we think you could probably get a lot of fun things done with that pair. And then Jax is over there again, is 42. That's the promotion in game. Have been real high on this pig as well, studying pigs all day. I thought this one was one of the better ones. Again, promotion in game is his pedigree. Extremely good built and extremely good just, you know, through his center cage and just the way he's put together for a show barrow look. He's got a good head on him. Love that he's got that rib cage and that chest working in him there. You know, probably could get, you know, these are probably July kind of pigs. Probably could get them a little further if you want to, or a little later. I mean, could certainly get them earlier if you need to as well. But, you know, where do they all fit? You know, that's up for you guys to decide. I can tell you I'm extremely high on all three of them here. And if you're looking for a show barrel, you probably better be paying attention at the three in the ring.
18 and 19, the talk on that sow. Top Shelf's littermate sister, they called her Trixie 110.5. I had the luxury of, when Nick Heydrich worked here, he and myself drove back there. We won the Chester Boar Show, and we were amped up, and we said, let's walk around, see what we can see. We got to go ahead to buy some pigs, and I was just pedigree searching gilt pins, and I come across that gilt, tricked out never before, and I went, all right, let's pull her out, let's look at her. I found her, I fell in love, told Mark we got to have this one, no doubt, and I am extremely pleased she's here. She's gorgeous to go back in the sow lot to look at her. I talked about that rightfully so sow being one I'd put in my pocket and take anywhere. I told Russell, he ever ships or wants to ship for some reason that 110.5, call me, she'll be my yard ornament. I love that sow. I love this pair of pigs. 19, the bigger one, I think shows in June. 18, the more moderate one, I think you can get to July, August quite easy. The other barrow, 42, again, out of that good endgame sow. He reads with his skull and chest and width like the barrow that she had a few years ago out of Next Intention. Amaya Slay showed. That barrow was dirty good. Taz was awful fun to feed on. Fun to take to shows. He reads with the same proportions and look. A little greener than Taz was at this stage, but I have all the confidence in the world in that pig. Again, this is lots 18, 19, and 42. Here's the fun ones. 24 is the black one.
24, 43, 44 just came in. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So 43 is the kind of painted barrow there that Alea's got. He's a mate to those ones we just showed you, those on the prowl out of that tricked out sow. And actually so is the calico that Lauren's got. And again, that would be 44. So 43 and 44 out of the on the prowl, tricked out, top shelf sisters mating there. We'll get those two to show off for you in a second here. This 44 that Lauren's got, the calico, is a great design barrel, very, very stout, a little more moderate than that. And you can kind of see the variety throughout that litter. There's been a tall one. There's been some different sizes and shapes here. But we think all of them going to have a really good chance. And you know, these two here probably look a little rougher than what their brothers did just a second ago, and they're the smaller ones. But I'll tell you, study them here. You know how they fit you. This calico, I think, is extremely good built at the ground. Extremely good. Just looking. This one that Alea's got, the kind of painted barrow there. Let him kind of just grow up a little bit. Get out of this off this sail burst. You know, that guy's going to be as stout as perhaps anything, and that's the kind that can every once in a while turn out and be the one that wins the big one. So I study that one as well. Again, that's 43. Then the black pig over there is 24. He's another mate to lot 1 that we still haven't shown you yet. So he'd be a magic box in game. Very excited about that pig and that litter in general. And sorry, I said that wrong. He's a magic box different league end game, so he'd be magic box on different leagues. On different league 48's sister would be the pedigree there. Again, that's lot 24. He is not solid black. I'm not sure how well you can see it on the screen there, but he's got some white coming up one side of him. Here, it's his left side. It's a little kind of a stripe starting there. You know, I can go ahead and say I don't, you know, one of my favorite pigs isn't a solid black one maybe. But that pig's pretty fun. Extremely stout. That litter, there's been some debate, you know, which one's the best one, and because there are a lot of very, very good ones. Not sure which one's my favorite, but this guy here is a definite contender. He's got a sharp head and such big appendages. I'll let Dustin weigh in, but I'm pretty excited here.
Yeah, no doubt. 24, we had a lot of discussion. I wish that lot 1 and 24, when they were put into the nursery, or put into the chips, or even into the nursery, they were in the same pen, so they got penned together so you could see them side by side amongst each other. This 24 hit me like a ton of bricks today. Even though he's black, I think it's a character mark, his white underside there, but I really like that pig. I love his head. I love his skull. I love his chest coming at you. He's big and broad. He's good-toed. I love his hip and hind leg. I think an elite caliber kind of pig to get up to the top, regardless of color. I dig that 24 a good deal. I just talked a minute ago about 43 and 44's mom and Trixie and how finding her, I told Mark we had to have her. I'm quite pleased with this litter on the prowl pig she had. I asked Russell jokingly, well, how do you get a calico? You breed two belts together, and he said some smart remark, and we joked about it. But I like the calico. He's greener than his brothers are. He's also smaller. Don't let that hinder you. I think that pig's got a bright future ahead. That's 44, the calico. 43 is one today I have a lot of confidence in. He strikes me very, very good. I like his chest. I like his bone work. He's very stout in terms of his feature. I love his skull. He's got muscle shape. Get him home, tone him down. I'd say feeding that one low and slow is a steady way to win that race. I think that pig's got a bright future come July and perhaps into August. Make sure you get a look at that one, study his photo, rewatch this video if you can. If you're able to make it tomorrow in person, take a look at him, and if you got any questions, please reach out. I think that one's got a bright future. Again, this is 24, 43, and 44.
'62, '63 just came in. '62 there with Alea on the closer to the camera. Be a promotion junior, and then '63 here with Palin would be a stay strapped foresight. He's the little brother of that litter. I think we've shown you the rest of them already. They're all bigger than him, but he's been one that's been popular today as we've been going through, and obviously an easy one to find. You know, a lot of folks looking for CYE and Midwest State Fair aged pigs. You know, this guy would certainly fit. I guess both of these guys would certainly fit that size and maturity to get those things done. You know, and earlier, no doubt, but you know, for those who have that on their radar, these guys fit that. The pig that the stay strap pig that Palin's got, again, he's just a more you know, later maturing kind of barrow. He's probably as sharp looking as any of those stay straps. I think his frame size is just ideal. The promotion pig that Alea's got, very, very thick barrel, just really, really good built at the same time. And we've had a lot of confidence in these promotion pigs. So, again, 62, 63.
62, 63 here. 63, the stay strap pig. He's come a long ways this week. Monday when I went through the barn that morning, he was very skinny, and I was like, wow, that one's real green. And in the last 3 or 4 days, he's really come on, and I fancy that pig quite a bit. His running gear works good. He's stout in his head. I have a lot of confidence. Take that one home and feed him. I don't even think as well you can get him to July quite easy, and I think come August he'll be fun. 63, I dig that rig real good. 62, when I was editing photos, I think he took the best picture of the bunch. I put it on Snapchat, and I had a lot of interest of people going, what's that pig? And I think he fits the bill. You get him out here strutting on the green. I like that pig real good. He's good and big in his chest. He's attractive in his skull. Muscles real good. For me, I think he just kind of lands in July. If you're looking for that no Paline show, I think he fits that. Is he going to be huge? No, but someone's got to win the middles and the lightweights as well. Take him on into August. I think you'll have some success as well. Again, this is 62 and 63.
'64, '65, '66 just came in here. '66 would be the Chester. We can talk about him first. That Palin's driving there. He's a Bel Air ready-made, and that pig's actually an only child. It's not very often you'd say that with the pig business, but I'll tell you what, he's a very, very good only child. You know, we don't have as many Chesters as we used to, but the ones we keep around, you know, we try to make them as good as possible. And I say this guy's got probably as good a chance as any of the purebreds in the set to land you a banner at a major level. If you're wanting to go to Expo and win the Chester Barrow division, I would sure key in on this 66. I know a lot of folks that are going up to Kootenai Classic, and there's some purebred opportunities in the Northwest. I wish there was a few more, but there are some. He'd certainly fit that circuit or that ability as well. And then, of course, out here in California, we have a ton of breed shows, jackpot shows, and then a lot of our counties got breed divisions. He is pedigreed, and the Colusa County Fair does have a pedigreed show, so that pig could do that as well. So just food for thought. Absolutely love that pig. Again, he's Bel Air, back on Ready Made. Bel Air's Arbor, if you didn't know that. But easy to see that one's really, really special. Then the two crosses again are 64, 65. They are Pathfinder BR64-1. Just really, really good skeleton, complete, good built kind of barrows. Going to feed right into June, be very complete and just not have any holes in them. 64 is the thin belt. 65 is the slightly wider belt there that Jax has got. I'll let Dustin talk.
Again, touch back on the Chester 66. There's a lot of talk today on, is he going to be a boar for us? Did he let that one go? And we decided, Bel Air's still kicking, and he's got Tsunami here. You got to let that one go, be a show barrow. I fancy that Chester a good deal. I think he's real upright on his toes. He's sharp about his front 1/3. His hind leg works extremely good. He's rolled up in terms of his back shape. I dig that Chester. If you got a breed show in the month of June, I suggest you look into that one and you bid with confidence. I dig that Chester pig a good deal. 64, 65, a couple just practical kind of feeding hogs. Take them home, lay the bucket to them, and feed them. I think they fit the June setting the best. 64 and 65 again, belted hogs that you just need to feed on and take home and love and care on. Leia doing a good job of showing us this 64 pig. His hind leg works extremely good. Jackson pig that's fighting him a bit. He's sharp in terms of his front end and attractive headed. Again, this is 64, 65, and 66.
$20 and $21 just coming in here. These are stay strapped. 20 is a stay strapped foresight pig over there that Palin's got. That's the belted barrow, and then 21 is the black barrow. That's a Clarity Game of Thrones that Leia's got there. And I'd tell you, just size-wise, especially this black barrel, but both of these guys probably feed a little faster and show a little earlier, for those that are maybe still looking for May pigs or, June, earlier June deals here. Keying on these guys, especially this 21 that Leia's showing you, this black barrel. Very nice barrel here. There's going to have a lot of muscle in him. Very, very good looking hog. Design-wise, he's just a good built, one of those kind of, problem-free kind of deals that's got some extras. Would have a lot of confidence in him. This one Palin showing you again, I think that's 20. We showed you his little mate a little earlier. I think Dustin thinks he was 63. At any rate, that litter it has been real impressive. They just have a sharp look to him. Would have a lot of confidence in that guy too. He's he got as neat of a head and his hip is just beautiful as well. Good proportions. Study this pair here. I think that either one certainly not going to get you steered in the wrong direction.
Yeah, both these pigs here are extremely good, and we've seen a litter mate least gilt to that black one, and that whole litter of gilts. We've seen all those. They're extremely good. He's probably the furthest along in terms of muscle and just growth in general. He's one of the bigger ones within that litter. He's good in terms of his own right. He's upright at the point of his shoulder. He's good-bodied. He's good-chested. Hind leg reaches and flexes in the right way. Good pig in that 21. 20 here, I talked how much I liked his little brother, 63. 20 is no different either. He's a little further along in the growing stage, but I like that pig. He's got big bendy legs, and he's a little greener in terms of muscle right now. I think you set him into that June scenario, and I think he fits the bill quite well. Again, this is lots 20 and 21.
we've got 30 and 69 just came in, so we're back to gilts here, and this 30 would be one of the least gilt options, so that's the belted one. Like we've told you a little earlier, we're going to sell 7 least gilt opportunities here in the sale, 30 being one of them. Her pedigree is Clarity, Game of Thrones. Very, very fun animal. Like her a great deal, and we had so many special gilts this time. We just, we knew that the best thing to do was just to let everyone have a fair shot at being able to show them. So that's what we've done. That lot 30 is going to be part of that deal. Again, Clarity, Game of Thrones, extremely good built, extremely big-legged, center cage and all of that, just robust and big. And it seems like the gilts that typically wind up winning are the belted ones with big legs and kind of the extras, and that 30 sure looks like one of those to me. So we have a lot of confidence in that one. And then the blue one there would be lot 69. She's an 87-liter gilt, which would be a Pathfinder 3-peat. So showed you actually quite a few males to her that are bigger and bloomier than probably what she is. But I'd tell you the pedigree on this deal, just screams female. So, we've got a lot of folks that watch this and want to, get a gilt they can show and then make a sow out of. I tell you, 69, I'd put her real high on my list. That mama she's out of has put a lot of daughters in our herd, and her sisters have put a lot of daughters in our herd. Those 3-peat sows, 167-liter sows. So, and then this Pathfinder sure looks like he's going to make females as well. So lots of opportunity here. Certainly that one at Jackpot is a light cross and get along pretty dang good too.
The 30 gilt the lease option, that one's awfully fun, as Russ said, and I don't want to sound like a broken record following him, but big-legged and belted, sharp-looking and good-headed. That one's awful fun. No need to talk much on that one. She writes her own story. The blue gilt's extremely good, a little greener today in terms of muscle. Looks like her mom. Front 1/3 is very striking, good in the angles to her body. That gilt, I think, has got a future later on in life in the light cross division. I dig that gilt, the lot 69, the blue gilt, and 30, the belt.
14, 67, 68 just came in here in this gilt pin, and very nice trio here as well. 67 is the one that Lauren's got there on the far side, kind of a wide belted gilt. She's actually a litter mate to lot 2 in the sales, so she'd be a Magic Box endgame. Really like that gilt, and she's greener than lot 2, and those 2 Magic Box litters are very, very similar. A couple outstanding males in each litter, and then the gilts are just a little greener. I would have a lot of confidence in this pig. Skeleton-wise, she's so loose skeleton, but she's stout. I like the fact she's a little greener bodied. I would have lots of faith in her as a show gilt, and then certainly be a lot of value as a sow as well. We'll get her showed off for you here. Lauren's working on it. She's just a little nervous and quick, but study that one. We're pretty excited about her. Then we've got 68 over here off with the Nike Dunks over there. Alea's got showing us here. Coming in front now. She's a tricked out 6'8", American Spirit. We had quite a few of those tricked out 6'8s in the last sale. Sadly, I think this pig's probably the last of the tricked out 6'8 that we'll have to sell. We had to get rid of him shortly after we made this group of pigs with him. But lots of bone and hair in that one. She's going to have a ton of power, and I tell you, if you're wanting a jackpot gilt or just like a market hog, a July kind of market hog setting, that pig absolutely fits perfect. And then 14 over there, Palin's got, kind of saved her for last because she's one of my very favorites of the gilts that we're actually offering ownership change on here tomorrow. She's a mate to lots 3, 4, and 5 in the sale. Those barrows, she's sired by different League 26, and she's out for blood 80-7. So she'd be, again, out of different league 26. That's the boar we kept, and as our very first crop of pigs, this is our very first crop of pigs out of him. But study this one, skeleton, the way she's built. Probably very ignorant not to keep her. We just, that sow's very first litter, and I didn't throw her in a keeper gilt pen. We wanted to have a great sale, and so she's being offered tomorrow. That one I think can win an absolute ton. So, absolutely do not be scared of buying that one. Her build, skeleton, hair, stoutness is right on point. That as good as her dad's litter was and fed and showed, and as good as her mom is, that pig I'd have as much confidence as probably about anything. And then obviously turn around, look at her mate brothers. Kind of a no-brainer if you ask me.
Neat trio, and I'm just going to touch back on 14. From the simple fact for me, as much as I love her lot 5 mate brother, my most favorite pig in the sale, and the other 2 brothers that are definitely no slouches either that I'm quite high on, that gilt intrigues me. Her hip and hind leg is extremely good. She's sharp in terms of her front 1/3 and yet still mean mugging in a good way. That gilt's greener in her muscle and her body today. Get that one home and get to showing her where she's going to end up. I think she can be fun in June. I think you can show her into August and in July as well. I think that one's got a real bright future ahead of her. As Russ said, why didn't he keep her? He don't know. Sal's first litter, heck of an opportunity for someone to tie into that one. 67 gilt. I said I missed her brother lot 2 earlier today, dipping into that good barrel pen. I found this one though. I love this one's tail and her tail root. It reads stout. Her skull reads stout. I love her chest. I love the way her hip and hind leg hinges and bends. Her body today, she's not as big and robust in terms of her center body and her cage. She's not as stout today in terms of her bone work. I believe it's going to come on a little later in life. I really like that pig, a greener, longer bodied, elegant looking kind of female. I really like that 67. Don't sleep on that one. The 68 gilt I think fits the July setting for those people looking for that no paling kind of show. There's no shortage of muscle in that gilt. Without a doubt, one of the most rolled up ones we've seen come through the ring today. She's chunky, she's burly, not to mention she's good haired, coarse haired as well. I like the pigmentation to her skin. That one's neat looking from the side. Get her home, slow her down for a few weeks, and then go back to feeding her. A neat trio of gilts, 14, 67, 68.
Then there's these 2. These are 83 and 84, and these guys have really drawn our interest here. Studied them a lot today, and really fun pair of barrows here. They are sired by 86. So again, at Boar Tour last summer, we went on and I told you it really felt like it needed to use clarity. He'd be a mover probably as much as anything. Well, this 86, who's the sire of these, was the other mover that kind of, put a lot of eggs in that basket. Well, the problem was this 86 really didn't settle very many sows, and so we just had this one litter this time, and I think we've got another one coming up in the next set. But, as you can see, I think he probably is a mover here. He has sired a ton of bone and shag here. This litter is out of No Stranger 160-2, so she'd be a No Stranger end game. Be a No Stranger end game. Up, down, Jack Daniels would be the dam side there. And then again, sire 86 that was at Purple Power was a whacked out son. And short-bodied, round-ribbed, big legs. And it looks like he sired that to a T. I'll tell you, that's probably the most striking feature about this pair is their skull. I love their skull. You study their skeleton at the ground. It's very good for today's modern show barrow as far as pasture and strength. Ability to reach and go is very good. Their rib cage is awesome if you ask me. I wish the one wasn't black, but I still love him anyways. I guess I'm way in on this pair. I think they fit Midwest State Fairs. I think they fit CYE. I think they fit any time in July, and I think they need to go somewhere big and try to win.
Yeah, this pair really intrigues me, and I found one out back that Russ missed that I absolutely love, and he looks just like these ones. Big, stout, burly legs and good haired. I love the chest floor working in on these pigs. Mean mugging to a T and yet still attractive. If you got the opportunity, go out back and search through these two. I like these two quite a bit. This pair of them really intrigues me. Which one I like better, I don't know. I agree with Russell 100%. July, August, maybe even a touch later. Study these pigs, look in. Shoot, what lots were these here? 84 and 85. Yeah. 83 and 84, sorry. Red males coming in here, 87 and 88. Again, we've seen their mate sisters in the very, very first pen. Both of these red pigs fit the window well for a June show. You know, you got a county fair that's got a Duroc show or want to go to Expo. Maybe even the smaller one there, 88, could get to Louisville. These red pigs offer a lot of good to them. They're good in their chest. They're good up front. Reach and go off their hind legs seems to be really, really good. They got some muscle shape and just practicality when it comes to feed bucket. Lay it to them and go. Slow them down when you need to. I anticipate these things to grow quite well, but I like these red pigs a good deal. 88's a little more moderate and smaller in terms of frame. 87 is a little taller and longer. Use that to your advantage wherever you're trying to get them to. Nice pair of red pigs.
These reds fun to get out here on the turf because we had them out in the barn a couple times today, and I think they look really good out here going on the turf. They're sired by Sword at upper hand, and that Sword and Dagger thing has been very good for those guys, and they're out of a Statement Day sow. The 88's the more moderate one there that Dustin mentioned that Palin's got, and then 87 there that Lauren's got. Is obviously their mates, but you get these guys on the go. I think they have a unique look. They look like show barrows. I just like their sharp front end, their squareness of build, just how stout featured they are. These reds should give you a chance to win here. We have a lot of confidence in them. Again, 87, 88. 85, 86 just came in, and they're a pair of mate barrows, sired by Different League 48, back on Last Dance 191.11. We had a few litters of 48 this time. Like I said before, our last sale, probably the sire of the sale was Different League 48. He's done a tremendously good job for us, and really our only complaint on that boar is we'll get too much of the red calico color out of him, and we've never really had a problem with that color, but it just seems like they don't sell for as much. So I'd certainly, key in on these guys. I think they're going to be some good value buys tomorrow. I think these guys fit really well. I know a lot of folks looking at July kind of pigs tomorrow. I think they fit that time frame really, really well. They're, a little bit, both of them just a little bit greener bodied. But study them coming and going, and there's genuine width there. They've got a big skull in them. 85 is the one that Palin's got there, and 86 is the one Lauren's got with the white shoes. I guess they both got white shoes, so I'm trying to identify them for the camera. But 85 is currently in front of the camera, so 86 would be on the back side there. But at any rate, both of them just very, very similar in their build. They're both the kind that are no doubt going to get better as they grow. They're not going to be the kind that go home and fall apart on you. Lots of confidence here. Again, 85, 86.
Yeah, good pair of calicos here, and no doubt, you breed a calico boar to a black and white spotted sow, you're probably going to get this color, but the quality, no doubt, is extremely good. And to touch back on the sow line, last dance, out of line, wedding night, kind of the rumdinger here around here, that pedigree's done really good. Grandma here would be the out of line 191-1 sow. Mama here, ironic, 191-11. Both these pigs, though, are very good in their own right. They're greener in terms of muscle and body. Skeletally, though, they're pretty fault-free, sharp-looking, good-headed. Regardless of color, these pigs have a place. As Russell said, July, I think you get the right one to take to June, and shoot, maybe get even into the end of July, 1st of August. A good pair of calicos here. Pick the one you like and have at her. Again, this is, who are these guys? 85 and 86.
$12, $23, $36 just came in, and we've got some serious barrows here for you at the end of the sale lineup. We're getting close to the end of the lineup here, and there's some heat, so best be paying attention. Again, these three are 12, 23, and 36. 12 would be the one that Palin's got with the dot in his back. That'd be out of the Logic litter, so it'd be a Logic to the Extreme 143.8, and we'll show you his mate sisters here in a second. But that mama would be the mom of Kendrick last year, her barrow that won Kootenai Classic and SOJC, and of course also the litter mate would be his. Would be the different League 26 boar we kept that is the dad of a lot of pigs in the sale. So. He's out of the same sow as different League 26 and Kendrick, and then again sire there be Logic, and he's the only male we put in the sale. Dustin just corrected me. There is another mate male we'll show you in a second, but those 4 mate gilts we'll show you also. We're going to sell one and retain ownership on the other 3. Pretty excited about this guy. This Logic deal had us as excited as anything, and we wished we'd gotten a lot more out of it. Than basically this one litter we've got, but we've got a lot more on the way, and I'll tell you, it's only going to get more exciting around here, especially as good as this first litter looks. This 12, I don't know if he needs to be a boar or if he needs to be a show barrow to go where he needs to go, but I know he's a special animal. So that's 12. Then we've got 22 over here, or 23 over here is the black pig that Alea's got. He's going to be another mate to lot 1 that we still haven't showed you yet. Would be a Magic Box, different League 48, on different League 48 sister. So again, Magic Box, different league, in game it'd be his pedigree. Really good barrow there. He's another one that's going to feed. Probably, he'll probably feed for you into June, and probably July if you want to. He's not going to be one of those holds over to August, I don't think. Although many of his mates maybe will. So good built. We've been so impressed with that litter. Been so impressed with the maturity on those Magic Box pigs. Study the skull on that guy. Way high on that pig. I think he probably fits a variety of things. And then this last pig here that Lauren's got is 36. That's the thin belt. He's a 101 litter, and that pig was a Pathfinder buckle up 240-6. Easy pig to fall in love with right off the get-go. Very striking from the side. He's as sharp up front as perhaps anything in the set. Comes with big features and big limbs. His mom is probably about as impressive of a buckle up looking sow as what you'd find out in our sow lot as well. So a lot of confidence in that guy too. He could fit a lot of scenarios for you also.
The 12 pig, without a doubt, you got to have confidence just in what his mom is and what she did with that litter last year. And I mean, look at him. He's just kind of a fault-free pig that who knows where he's going to kind of fit. There was a lot of talk and scrabble today about where he lands. Is it June? Is it July? Is it August? I kind of say buy him, take him home, feed him, and take him where he wants you to take him. I like that pig real good. He's stout in his head, good in his bone work, and his hip and hind leg works extremely good. Not overwhelmingly big in terms of muscle, but I think enough to get down the road. The black pig that Alea has, that magic box litter, he's 23. We've seen a good deal of those pigs. We've talked highly of him. That pig's no slouch without a doubt. Is he the biggest haired out of that litter? Absolutely not, but they make enough supplements nowadays to get that on him. I do like that pig. He's real sharp looking up front. I love his skull. Again, those magic boxes we're very, very high on. The pig Lauren's got 36. Again, Russell said that buckle up sow he's out of is extremely good. To touch back on that sow line, she's a buckle up Foresight 90-6, which goes back to that real good Jack Daniels sow. Very predictable on how this pig's going to feed. Very predictable on what his show life is going to be like. Bid with confidence. I like that pig real good. These are lots 12, 23, and 36.
One and 13 just came in, and 13, talk about him first because we already had his brother in, so he's a mate to that one Palin was just driving. That would be that was lot 12. Be a logic to the extreme. This guy is a one nutter, so just FYI, we have a few of those in a sale tomorrow. We'll make sure those are all noted, and so that gets taken care of. People know. But he'll need to be fixed, and we can get that arranged if you need help with that. It's not a problem. But he's no doubt greener than his brother. As good as that litter is and that mom is, and just quality in general there, we got so much faith in that deal. I would say that pig deserves a chance if you've got a July or an August show. That one could be bought with blind faith, and I think you're going to have a really good chance there. Then lot 1, Palin's got there, would be a magic box on different League 48 sister. Showed you all his brothers, and here he is finally. He's not the biggest one size-wise, but his skull and his rib cage just reads just like a stud to us. Again, magic box is a board upper hand. He's a buckle-up son. Hit me really hard. Actually bred him to quite a few sows. We've got some more litters coming. Again, that sow, it's her very first litter. She's never had pigs before. She's different League 48 sister. She's very beautiful. I think we have 2 of those sisters. This one's the better looking one. She did a good job, had a large litter of pigs, and you've seen quite a few of them here come through the ring in the sale. Show barrel wise, I think this guy fits July, fits a Midwest State Fair, fits CYE to a T. Maybe he needs to be a show boar, a herd boar for somebody. I'm not sure of that, but I sure like a lot of things about him. So 1 and 13.
The 13 pig, we had his bigger brother in the last pen, and out of that good sow, DL26's mom and Kendrick's mom of last year, and I really like that pig. His hair's coming in real good. He's got some fuzz on his front legs. He's greener in terms of muscle today. But, again, like I said on the last one, you kind of got to have confidence on what he's going to do and how he's going to do it. I really like that pig pretty good, that lot 13. The lot 1, we talked a lot today about that entire litter and which one is the very best one. Without a doubt, though, 1 is still a very quality individual and definitely a good one to start the sale off with tomorrow. Watch the video. Palin's doing a real good job of getting him driven for us. We really like that pig. just drive him and look at him. He's very good. There's not a whole lot wrong with that pig, if any. I would agree with Russell. There is a dang good chance that somebody could take him and make him a herd boar or keep the seeds in him for a while, and when you decide he needs to go win a barrow show, yank him out and go at her. A really, really good pig out of a really good litter, a DL48's mate sister. Really, really good pig. Again, this is lots 1 and 13.
So here's the sisters I've talked about here several times now today, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Hopefully this doesn't crowd our camera up too bad because we've got 4 in the ring, and 4 typically doesn't work real well. So maybe we'll just let 2 kind of stay to this side here, guys, for a sec. I don't care which 2, but again, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, and I see, Lauren's got 7, I think, over there. That's the wide belt. And I think Palin's got 6. So those are the first 2 kind of in the corner there that the camera's showing. But again, logic to the extreme. That Sal raised Kendrick in different League 26. And again, logic. We thought this is probably as special of a litter as what we've had in several years. Going through, I honestly just kind of grabbed them and went to throw them in a keeper yelp pen, and I thought, that's what this whole idea kind of came about, of having the least gilts in the cell and maybe offering one and just trying to offer a little different, unique opportunity for folks. Try to just maybe be on the edge of something, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I hope it doesn't make a whole lot of folks mad that there are some leases, but I'll tell you what, we're pretty excited about what these pigs are. It's easy to see the quality they've got, the hair texture, skin texture, just stoutness of feature and bone. There's still really, really good build at the ground. There's width and genuine muscle in all of these pigs. There is a lot of differences, so take note of those. This lot 6, again, that's the one that Palin's kind of got there. She's they're a little cold right now too, but 6 is one of the more muscular ones. So is the one Leia's got. You've got 9, right, Leia? 6 and 9 are probably the more muscular ones. 7's probably the lighter muscled, real heavy boned one. 8's probably the most moderate. Biggest, most pliable ribbed one maybe. But to be honest, they're also good. Whoever wins the bid could just probably just tell the gatekeeper in the ring to open the gate and let the first one out, and that'd probably be about the smartest way to pick one. So pretty high on these again, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, no doubt. These 4 gilts are extremely special. Which one I like more, which one I dislike the most. I think they all have trade-offs where one is maybe faulted, another one is better in one area, and vice versa amongst all 4 of them. All these things are real special in terms of hair texture and darkness of pigment, stoutness of bone, the way their hip and hind leg works, the way they're built through their chest and their front 1/3. A couple of them are a little more chunky at this stage. A couple of them are a little sharper looking. A couple of them are a little heavier at the ground. Subtle differences amongst them, like I said, that where one is better than one in another area, another one's better in another. A really, really good litter of pigs shows you the depth of these things. We're very, very proud of these gilts and excited to offer the opportunity for some individual to own one of these gilts. Extremely special here. Again, these are lots 6, 7, 8, and 9.
these are the last three for the preview, and then we'll show you our special treat at the end. But 73, 74, 75 are their tag numbers. And 73 would be the big black girl here that Palin's got. She'd be a mate to that fun pair of barrows we showed you just a little earlier that were 85 and 86. And so sire is 86. Back on No Stranger, 160-2. Really like this gilt. Dustin was calling me stupid for not keeping her earlier today when we were looking at pigs. And there's no doubt he's right about that. I just told him we're trying to get away from black a little bit here. And he says, yeah, but when they're that good, you just got to keep them. And so, that's probably a mistake, but that gilt's pretty easy to see how special she is. There's opportunities at some leases, but sure don't miss out on an opportunity to buy something that's really truly special. And I always tell people that even in the past, people say they want a lease gilt, and I can say I can get you a lease gilt, but there's gilts coming along maybe like this one as an example in the sale that might be smart to just go ahead and buy and own. And you're going to get along better with anyway. So something to think about. Very, very special gilt there. Then 7. The white one is what? Is 70. The white one is 75. And she would be different league 112-1, out for blood 80-8. So her mom would be a litter mate to the mom of lots 3, 4, and 5. And 14. Very, very popular litter. This sister didn't have as many pigs, and this is only one out of that sale we put in the sale. Very, very nice little gilt here, though. Going to be a great light cross option, and I tell you, for a 112-1, I think her maturity and late, center body is right on the money. And then this last little gilt is 74. Is that right, Alea? 74. Alea's got, that's a little green little gourd there that's a litter mate to lot 2. So it'll be a magic box end game. We talked about those 2 litters, the 2 magic box litters. The males are just studs, and then the gilts are just kind of green. Lots of confidence in that mating there as well, and in this pig in general. I would be very, very confident. Certainly don't miss her. She's kind of mix matched here in this last trio. In with the couple of sharks, but that one's builds extremely good. If you're looking for a show gilt that you can make a really good sow out of, I'm telling you, I wouldn't miss this one either.
Yeah, I'll just go the same order Russell did. The black gilt, I really like that 74 litter a lot, and there's no question that 74 or 73 tag gilt, no question, she's not the most striking in terms of her head and neck, but in terms of a brood sow that's that opened up and has that kind of muscle shape and center body working in her, to breed to a tall-fronted, good-looking boar, you're not going to get too flat or too narrow. I think that one fits the bill from that regard quite well. The white gilt 75, looking at that 80-8 in the sow lot, I've spent a lot of time with her the last few days. That gilt is very, very good to look at, and that out for blood deal has been very good for everybody on the bottom side of that pedigree. I have a lot of confidence in that white one with her cousins there, that really good barrow, lot 5 with his 2 brothers as well, and I can't forget the very, very good littermate sister to those barrows, 14. All the same sow family here. This one's just a different color. 112-1 has done a good job, and like I said earlier, the skinny ones with this kind of muscle pattern seem to feed out the best out of that boar. I'm really, really interested in this tag 75 white gilt. The little gilt, no question, she's definitely green and smaller and skinnier today. Without a doubt, one of the smallest pigs in the offering. I said earlier I missed her mate brother. Don't miss this one in the back. You're looking for a steal tomorrow. I think this one's going to be the deal. This gilt's very, very nice to look at. A good trio of them to end the baby pig preview. Lot 73, 74, 75. Stay tuned. We've got a very, very special one coming in the ring next.
Just real fun deal real quick before we're done. We're going to bring Harley's barrow in here that's we're going to sell off tomorrow. Just kind of a just interesting deal. We've had our phones been blowing up since Arizona Nationals, and Harley's dad, Jason, and Harley have, and then mine and Dustin started going crazy today. This guy looks like a giant after all those little pigs just came through, but here he is here. So what do you call him, Harley? Robin. That's right. This is Robin. So he's going to be for sale tomorrow, right before the auction starts. We weighed him in at 246 at Arizona Nationals. He's not much heavier than that right now. I think she said, what was he, 252 today? 252. Much life as you probably want to get into him. We've got quite a few shows here in this part of the world coming up in the next 2 to 3 months. So, loud and clear, back on Terra. And pretty fun animal. He's been one of the special ones I've been associated with. He's going to be the last one, I think, at least at Arizona, that Harley has gotten to walk through the ring. It's been a special one for her. Her family's been very special to us, and we're proud we were able to get her one this good here for her last go. So, thanks for doing this, Harley.
This barrow is breathtaking in my opinion. When we were at Western Regional, I forgot about this pig. Russ said Harley had a really good one, and they walked him out of the pen, and I looked at my sister and I said, we need one like that. I think this barrow's awfully special. I wasn't able to make the Arizona trip. I called a lot of guys and asked about the barrow show. This one had a lot of favoritism towards him, and there's no question about it. And this is the reason I keep saying, if you see that 14-1 on the bottom side of the pedigree, regardless what they look like as babies, you need to just buy them. I passed on this barrow when he sold, and I still kick myself to this day, even though I'm very, very happy for the Deshane family to land on this one. Pigs like this don't come around a lot. This barrow is really, really good. Enough to be said on him. Let her walk him just a few more times and let the public see him. He's for sale tomorrow. Bid with confidence. There's still some life left in him. I like this pig a good deal.
I guess as she finishes driving him, I'll just a couple house cleaning from the sale tomorrow. Preview is going to start at 10 tomorrow. It's not going to be live, or it's not going to be online. It's just going to be live here. And then the auction is going to start at 1, and it'll start on time. I've been, as I said when we started, I've kind of been down here this week, so I haven't got back to folks. And if you're one of those folks, just know it's because I've been down. Call me, text me in the morning. I'm available. I will help you. We also have Preston and Dustin and Amaya and Jason's numbers all listed on here. They're able to help you too. Blake Kennedy's gonna be here in the morning also. Reach out. We'll get you taken care of. We think this is as good of a set of pigs as what we've had. We appreciate you guys very much. We know this is as busy of a time as any of us have had here. Everyone, not just us. Everyone's busy. We get that, and we ask you be patient with us, and thank you very much. We'll get you taken care of tomorrow. Text me, and thanks a bunch. We'll talk to you tomorrow.